All right, welcome guys, welcome. I'm back with Battle Mode. Welcome, Battle Mode.
Thanks, Daz. How you doing, man?
Actually, we didn't even check our levels, but I think we're okay. I just had a quick look, so I think we're doing well. So the last time the internet saw us together, it was a death match.
Yeah,
But we're not going to do that today.
own doing. No.
And I've also gotten rid of the auto ducking that was affecting, it made it seem like I was talking over you, which is the way the video came out. So I've removed that so we can, if we do get into it, you won't be cut off anymore.
I didn't mind actually because I think you need something to shut me up, right?
Well, I was just literally just downloading chess clocks just then to see if I could actually have a little chess clock next to where I might down there. So I could actually just turn them on or off, to see to make sure you're not running away with the stream.
What you need is either an ejector seat or an electric chair. Like one of the two.
Yeah.
Maybe both.
I thought a chess clock would be a good thing, or it's even a stopwatch, like just to make sure that it's sort of. I've done that with friends of mine actually. If they start to dominate the conversation too much, you put a timer on, and just have it tick 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 tick. Hi, Began. Began's saying, oh no, not the Age of Wonders 4 hater, but we're not going to get into that today. Maybe not, unless there's actual news about that. Well, let's just put the premise in. This is a ChatTactic session. This is only the fourth one I've done for the year, actually. I'll be doing a lot more of these. And I'll be getting, if Battle Mode's up for it, we'll probably sort of do these on a fairly regular basis, I hope. Always enjoy the banter with you and also the perspectives that you actually have on various games. So that sort of is the thing. So this is ChatTactic gaming news featuring Battle Mode, where it's going to be basically so that's the title of this particular one. So we're going to be going through, I guess, the gaming news the way I normally do it. There we go. Click a thing. But no, it should be fun. I have a few little things, and I guess one thing that we have been sort of sharing a little bit, just because we do talk a lot, off camera, off stream, etc. And we've been discussing a little bit of MegaMech. So I don't know if we just sort of start there, because we do actually have some. Here we go. So we've got Luke Sicker saying hello, Daz, and Battle Mode and chat. I don't know if you're looking at either of the chats for either Twitch or YouTube there, Ben. But
I've got Twitch on. I don't want to put YouTube on as well because it might start messing with my my bandwidth. But I'll try to switch between the two and you can pick up on comments on both.
If there is stuff, I'll just actually go and I'll just try to communicate it. So I know that sometimes I do sort of lose track of the chat, but if the whole idea of these ChatTactic sessions is for the community out there to also get involved, to put some things forward and give your opinions on different games, so we can actually talk about them. But let's maybe talk a little bit about MegaMech. And the reason I wanted to talk about that is literally only one day left of the Humble Bundle. Where is it? We'll just go back into here. The Humble Bundle bundles.
Yeah, that's a great deal, that is.
Yeah, it's interesting. The more I look at it, the more I like it. And what I've been doing is I've really only just been, here it is here. So we've got 1 day, 1 hour, 1 day and 2 hours basically at this point in time to get these 20 books for a small amount of money. So it's essentially, it's just in Australian dollars, it's like $460 worth for $35. So it's basically 10%. And it's funny, like when I was actually looking at these, I didn't realise that A Time of War is actually the role play manual for BattleTech for the actual humans.
BattleTech, it's a big system, and so it's not just you've got like multiple layers of the game, right? You've got BattleTech, the board game, the tabletop game, which is a tactical battle game basically, and then you've got the is it strategic operations? So that's what if you're familiar with the Harebrained Schemes game,
is it tactical operations?
Tactical operations and strategic ops. Those two kind of cover tactical ops, and strategic ops. They're like where you're running a mech company, right?
Yep.
You're running your own.
Well, tech ops is your planetary
output.
That's your planetary stuff,
That's
isn't it?
right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right.
So
So yeah,
TacOps,
and then
StratOps is something different again. And I haven't even looked at that one.
strategic. I think strategic ops like is aerospace combat, and
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
got
You're right. Yep.
yeah, stuff like that. But so yeah, you got like the mech. If you've ever played the Mech Warrior games where you're running your own company and it's very much like that, except that for the tabletop BattleTech, and then you've got the RPG system as well. And those rules, by the way, are in Mega Mech as well. I don't know if you've seen them, but there's quite a lot of rules that come from the
Yeah.
RPG system
Well,
of
they
BattleTech.
actually
So it's a
use a
massive
time
game,
of war. This is actually what they use. And I looked at
right?
this last night. It's the first time I opened it up. I actually, of all of the covers, it's got the least impressive cover for me. Like I just,
Yeah.
I don't love it. I don't love the look of it. But this one is
Hey, do
actually
you know what I've got? Just quickly, a friend of mine. There's a guy who did the original BattleTech art, and I forgot his name now, but he was an artist who did a lot of the covers for the BattleTech books between sort of mid '80s until sort of late '90s. And I've got one of the original paintings that he did that went on one of these covers. I've got it. I've got it carefully stored somewhere because it's an original. But
wow.
because the guy passed away and his wife tried to sell the stuff in auction and it was too stressful and upsetting. So I think she gave it to a friend of mine. She gave all his work
Sure.
and with the orders to give it out to people who like BattleTech stuff. So he gave a load of it away, and I was really lucky I managed to get. So it's one of the. I can't remember which one it is actually, but I'll be able to tell you. But it's an awesome picture. It's like really
Wow.
cool.
Gee, that's amazing. Like that's because the artwork is incredible. Like it's just amazing.
Oh, it's amazing.
Except for this book here. Which is why I didn't even look at it. I didn't open it, but then I thought, oh, that's actually listed on MegaMech as one of the things. Now I've got a question here. Tenru is saying, "Hey Daz, are we continuing the Verb Wanged series?" No, we're not.
No.
No, we're not. We're putting that aside. It's funny. A guy from work, and I'll give a shout out to the G Master. Actually, has termed another term for me, which is waffle wang, because I do tend to waffle on a bit. I guess we're both a bit guilty of that.
Not terrible for it. Yeah, I mean, just to address it, it was funny because I went back and had a little other look at Age of Wonders 4, and that I got into debates with people on online with it about it, and I know I can come across as being kind of combative, but actually I was learning a lot from people about why they liked the game, and it really gave me an insight into the quality of my critique, because I was like, okay, I went and played Eodor some more and some of the other games, Master of Magic, and I was like, yeah, there is actually some of the issues that I complained about in Age of Wonders in those games too. They're not quite so pronounced in my opinion, but I need to redo that. I think I was probably a little, hyperbolic, I'd say, on the differences in complexity. I think that's where I'm wrong. I'm wrong that I don't think Age of Wonders 4 is less complex. It's got the tactical depth of those other games. I think it's just presented in a different way, and I think that's partly why
it didn't
bias is
resonate
getting
with
in
me
the way.
what you were saying. So I didn't understand the terminology, but I also didn't understand that it didn't resonate. But having said that, actually, Zikos is saying this wasn't gaming news wang. What we're doing now, yeah, it is. This is gaming news wang. Well, hopefully, we'll keep the jargon to a minimum. We need to have
No more jargon.
We need to have a jargon alert. Okay, so Zarin is saying that waffle never. Yeah, there we go. Daz's favourite restaurant is a Waffle House. That's a good one. And I once listened to him talk about vertically in Dwarf Fortress for over an hour. But yeah, I know. I do waffle on. Actually, Tenru is on your side there. He's saying you can never be harsh enough when you criticise Age of Wonders 4. But so it was an interesting discussion, that one. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. Let's stick with at this stage. Zico also said last time I ordered RPG books from Humble Bundle a couple of months ago, they weren't able to deliver any. I got my money back after waiting a couple of months, but not a great experience. Oh yeah, that's a shame. I mean, I find them really, really good. They do, of course, link in with a third party. So that's actually why often, if you do have any problems, I know that, for example, these don't go back to Catalyst. These particular books, they go to, I forget the digital house that this one goes back to. So these are actually separate again. This is like a licensed reseller for Catalyst. Catalyst being the developer of BattleTech, but these, you don't get these directly from Catalyst. And it was a bit confusing, I've got to say, just setting up I had to set up an account with this other party to then get my Humble Bundle books in, and that wasn't a pleasant experience. Like it was, I just wanted to get the books and be done with it, and that was a bit annoying. Catalyst, I've got to say, because I've been buying the other manuals from Catalyst, has been fantastic. Same price on both companies.
Have you got well into it then, Daz?
Yeah, I have.
Because I did this. I got well into Megamech. It was 2003, I think, or 2003, and I went through a BattleTech phase. And so it was before I was working at Stardock. I was working as I got a manual job. I was working as a cleaner for about 6 months, and there was this YouTuber I was listening to who talked about BattleTech tactics, just for the tactical part of the game. So I used to push my vacuum cleaner around this bio lab I was working in, and with my headphones in, listening to all these tactics and stuff, and I got well into it. So I ended up, like you, buying all the books, playing Megamech, really absorbing the lore and everything, and just got really into it. It's a really, really great game, man.
Yeah, it's sort of funny, but like you shared with me the GIF or the GIF, whichever way you want to pronounce it. How do you pronounce it, GIF or GIF?
Yeah, I say GIF.
Yeah, most people do, I think. I say GIF.
That's because you're wrong.
GIF Wang. GIF Wang.
Yeah, GIF Wang. So yeah,
it was actually.
You explain.
It was actually really impressive. It was. I didn't realise that it was actually a little animation of your whole battle. I literally thought it was like here's a snapshot of the final scene. So I never bothered doing it. But it was actually when you sent it through, I thought, wow, that's actually really. It's the mini.
I didn't know it did it either.
Yeah.
So this is on when you play a battle at the end. Sorry, when you finish a battle in Megamech, it asks you if you want to create a GIF file of the battle, and what it does is it shows you the minimap and all the positions of the units, and then it animates it turn by turn, so you can actually watch what happened, and so it's like a little kind of historical reminder of, what you went through.
It's just pretty cool. Like I do like I do like games that actually do go back through the history of what you've done and actually show you the progression. And so there's a lot of games that do that, of course, and it's nice to sort of see such a simple way of actually doing that one. Okay, so
I would call DasTactic a fantasy combat archaeologist. When you see him going through the Dwarf Fortress legend mode, and or the mythology mode, I forget what it's called now, but is it legend mode? And he'll be spending hours and hours just going through all these stories of what people have been doing. I love that stuff too, and so like Megamech's a good game for that, because you get the combat round, don't you? And then you kind of go through and like, oh, he shot at him. Here's the dice rolls. Here's what the shot did, and then the mech fell over, and it'll just tell you. It's like you're like an archaeologist going through this sort of like records of what's happening.
The interesting thing with Megamech, though, and I think this is where it'll turn a lot of people off, is that happens during the game. It's not as if you do that afterwards. So the actual, because it's emulating the die rolls from BattleTech, it gets too much. And I was going to actually seriously, like legitimately ask you, like when you were talking about number wang, and I didn't want to bring up the. I know this is a hot point, but I think that the way that you describe number wang that's the opposite of number wang, because it's actually meaningful in all sorts of different ways. You've got different hit points. You've got a lot of detail coming in. The randomization, I think, confused me a little bit when we discussed about Age of Wonders, but I think that is the epitome of how you see number wang working, or that's not number wang.
It's not the epitome. No, it's no. Age of Wonders is not that bad for number one games design. If you want a better example, it would be something like, I don't know, like Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, if you know that game, or Tome. Those are roguelikes that use number wang systems. But BattleTech's the opposite, because BattleTech, it doesn't even use hit points.
That's what I mean. Right? I think it's the opposite of what it is.
You have this armor system. Yeah, right. So I'm working on a fantasy game at the moment that uses a BattleTech style system. So when somebody hits another character or another unit, it determines where it hits on the on a kind of like paper doll, and then each part of the arm, like the arms or the legs or the head will have different armor values, and then you don't have you kind of have wounds, but it will cause like bleeding, or it might cause the arm to be able to be damaged so that they drop their shield or their sword or whatever. That's kind of the opposite, whereas number wang is just like you've got 100 hit points, and you've got one attack, one attack dice, and then you stack a load of modifiers on that, and then there's a load of minuses. And I'm not saying,
See, I don't
let's get
mind
away
that.
from
Given
I don't mind either if it's done right.
If that's the way the game is designed.
Yeah, if the game's designed well, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Who cares if the game plays well? And I think that was probably a lot of the criticism. Like, people were like, why do you care?
Yeah, because it didn't resonate with me, because for me it would have made the game that was already a complex game into a diabolically difficult game. Like so.
Did you ever play NetHack? Did you ever play NetHack?
Way back in the day, but I hardly ever.
So,
I get so bored, to be honest, with random monsters that have got no relation to each other. And NetHack for me was, if I'm thinking of the right game, is just you go to a room, it generates some random monsters for you to fight. Might be orcs, might be rats, might be whatever it might be, goblins. Yeah. But it's always random. There's no structure to the actual levels.
Roguelike.
And I just hate it.
It's a roguelike.
I hate those sort of games. That's why I don't like any of those games. I don't hate them, but I just really dislike the lack of thought, particularly when you play a game like that is very procedural. For example, like Dwarf Fortress. I find it very hard to go back.
Like Daz, if it's the kind of the hodgepodge variety of this kind of motley crew of creatures that come at you in roguelikes. There is a really good game based on. Do you like Tolkien? Do you like Lord of the Rings? Or
yes, absolutely. I've read it about 12 times.
So there's me too, man. So it's my favorite book. So there's a game based on the first age of the Silmarillion, where you play as an elf or another character, and you're going into Morgoth's fortress in order to steal the Silmaril out of his crown. And it's based on Angband, but it's called Sil, although the variant that I play is called Sil Q. Now that game it's been designed and put together so that it is coherent to Tolkien's Legendarium. There's no like cockatrices or weird there's no general fantasy stuff. It's all kind of stuff that you would find in the Lord of the Rings. So you'd get, it's mainly orcs, there's trolls, there's balrogs.
But it'd still be random.
Wolves.
Each room would be randomized, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, because it's really coherent, because you'll go like there'll be patrols that move through the dungeon, for example. Right, so there'll be an orc patrol that will come through. You might find a wolf lair with a load of wolves in, but it's coherent. It's not like just random, and that's why it's really good. It's a really good game. You should try that. It's one of the best design games I've ever played.
How old is it?
Well, it's been in development since about 2000, but the newer versions came out like 2020, something like that. It's a really good game. It's got like a tile set as well. I think it would be something that if you played, people on your channel would probably be able to appreciate. It's got a superb tactical combat system. Like, it's not just bump. It's got a really, really clever weapon system. Anyway, we should get back to BattleTech, but you should try that game. I think you'd like it, actually.
Okay. Well, anyway, I just wanted to start off by saying to people that if you are wanting to get this great collection of books, and they really, like every book I open up, I haven't looked at the different house books and stuff like this, but they really, like, they do set so much up, particularly if you're going to be playing Mega Mech. So that is, of course, a deal that's only going to be around for one more day. And so that was for me a deal well worth getting. I know that sometimes the value is even better than with the actual Humble Bundle things, but I've been very, very happy. There hasn't been one of these books that I've thought, no, I don't really like. I'm not really enjoying it. I think the BattleTech Universe book is the one that you see everywhere. Like, this is in mass. Like, this is just like a basic overview of the lore. My understanding. So I haven't really bothered looking at that one, but yeah, great collection. Anyway.
I would say the one you want is, if you're just playing basic Mega Mech, is Total Warfare.
Yeah, that's the which of course is part of this particular group, which this one into here. And I would even make it simpler than that. If you're going to be playing with the extended rules from Mech HQ, but if you're just getting started in Mega Mech, the one that you do need is actually the where is it?
Battle Mech Manual's another one. That's the basic game.
Yeah, it's the where is it? Can't see it there. It is in here. It's one of them.
Top middle. There you are.
Yeah, this one here.
The Battle Mech Manual. Yeah, that's the base rule set.
That gets you going in. It's easier to read. It's actually
it is, yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually easier to read, and it's only mech versus mech. so it doesn't actually do the extended stuff. Whereas the Total Warfare is the more extended manual, but is actually not as simple to read as the Mega Mech manual. So they're both good.
The Battle Mech manual, that one was designed to be easy to read. In fact, the book that it replaced, I've got as well, and it's very similar. But the Battle Mech manual was designed to be easier, a lot easier to read. Total Warfare's got all the combined arms stuff as well, though. So if you want to play like with infantry and VTOLs and aircraft and all that kind of stuff, and try and get your head around the aircraft rules in BattleTech, that will be a manual read for you. Because I tried to figure that out in Mega Mech, and it's not that easy.
No. Well, Mega Mech can't actually give you a lot of the information that it's using. It's using the rule system from this. Anyway. Let's move on. There is a question: can Battle Mode see your chat? You can see the Twitch chat, but I
can see both now.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Low.
Yeah, so there's been questions, for example, like Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which we'll get to. So we'll come back to that one. Now, there is... so I've got
opinions.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll get there. I had a quick look at the... I tend to just structure this based on what comes up in my Steam news feed. And so and I did notice that there was actually some information there about Heroes of Might and Magic, and I have also been reading a little bit about that. So we'll get to that in a minute. But Battle Mode actually, before we got started, said, "Hey, have you seen that there's a new Brigandine game coming out?" So, Battle Mode, do you want to talk a little bit about that? Have you sort of looked into it at all?
I don't know much about this one, I'll be honest, but the previous game, Legends of Runeterra, Brigandine Legends of Runeterra, that's a great game.
Yeah, it is.
I like that so much. I bought it on the PC, and then I bought it for my Nintendo Switch as well, so I could have something to play when I'm on a holiday and stuff.
I did too. I did too, because I thought if I'm going to be moving around and I'm not going to have my computer with me. And so, I did exactly the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, look. Oh, I think you might be able to see that.
Yeah.
Brigandine. There's my, I even got the physical copy.
So, oh, right. There you go. I didn't realise you enjoyed it as much.
I love it. Yeah. It was my Japanese friend. I want to give him a shout out, called Miyabi SFG. Miyabi really likes fantasy games, and he's kind of, I guess, he runs a Japanese fantasy game lover kind of Discord channel, I think it is, and a community. And it was him. He sent that me. He was like, "You've got to play this game." And then it was weird because I saw you playing it around the same time, so it must have been when it released, actually.
Yeah.
And I love that game. I think the tactical combat in it's brilliant, and the strategic layer is so good as well because it's simple, like mechanically simple, but it's really deep with all the just with the way that it plays. It's like it's just got a really, every region that you take is locationally important, but also has different creatures that you can summon. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good
very,
game.
very well balanced. It's you're right. It's sort of funny because when you first look at it, it's very JRPG heavy, meaning that it's got really corny
manga style.
Yeah, very, very manga, and it's.
I love all that though.
I do too, to a degree, but I know it turns people off. But the strategy game underneath it is so solid. Like it's so good. So what I might do is I might just play the launch trailer, and we'll watch that all together, all of us.
You ready for the anime?
The strategic combat is unbelievable.
It's really beautifully presented as well. Yeah, it looks very similar to the last one. I'd be curious to see how it differs actually. Oh, look, it's got figures on it.
So that's just coming out now, actually.
It's out today.
And if we go and have a look back at some of the other bits and pieces, the story mode is going to be sort of like the campaign mode, I guess, from the original Brigandine.
Yeah.
But mission mode, I don't know what that is. That looks interesting.
No.
So, so it did say something up here about mission mode. The upgrading, that's interesting as well. Upgrade your strongholds, hire new monsters, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that wasn't something you could do in the last game, was it? These strongholds were they were just territory you took. They didn't have anything to build in there or anything.
Well, what was interesting about the strongholds was that you had to support them with armies, but they still actually did have their own. They did have a base, like a garrison, I think, from memory. I can't remember the exact details with it. That map, that's different again, isn't it? Looks like it's a new world that it's on. That looks really good, actually. And even just the fact that it's got mission mode, I don't think that was part of the original game. No,
I don't think it was.
Yeah, the story mode there, which is going to have all the JRPG stuff in it. Just let it go.
I really like the characters in that game. They are likable. If you can stomach Japanese manga anime style, it's actually really well done. The characters are really cool. You could just skip all that stuff anyway if you don't care. You can just tap through it.
Yeah.
But so it doesn't really it gives you story, but it doesn't bombard you with it. Once you get into the meat of the gameplay, every now and again, the characters will. If you get a couple that meet up with each other, that know one another, they'll talk.
Yeah.
But it doesn't interrupt the gameplay too much.
I was blown away. The amount of the matrix that they had for that conversation across the different units that were in the original game was phenomenal. I've never seen a game.
100 more. There's over 100 characters in it, I think.
And most of them had a unique interaction when they met each other.
Yeah, they did,
yeah. I mean, some didn't, but most of them actually had unique interactions with how they would then sort of respond to each other, which was really incredible. It says here, mission mode, play as one of the continent's 24 factions and meet their unique objectives. So in this case, it sounds a bit less than what I was hoping for. It doesn't sound procedural, does it?
By the way, this is the third game, because I've actually got the PlayStation, I think it is, version, which was the very first Brigandine game. And I've not really played it much. I've got it on my Mr. FPGA system, but I've got that to look at. Some people, like Puritans, who really, really liked the original game, said that they thought that Legends of Runeterra wasn't quite as good, but I can't verify that claim. I think
I don't know.
It's one of those things where some people just prefer the old one.
I've got a really funny comment here from Otis on YouTube saying story mode sounds like it would be battle mode's sister's name.
Story mode.
Mission mode sounds. You should change your name to mission mode. That sounds a lot better. Like
I had to set up another Steam account for work, and I called it Tussle mode.
What is it? What did you call it?
Tussle mode.
Tussle mode.
Because it's like like a mini battle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah, okay. So Paper Dupless is saying if there's a story mode plus 24 mini campaigns, it seems like we would need a procedural generation to get the game's worth of content out of it. Won't need it. Yeah, that's true. I always appreciate when a developer actually finds a way to make a story meaningful with procedural generation. For me, it's sort of like it's not easy for companies to do that, and I don't know. I've always had a real appreciation for procedural generation when it's done well. Personally, it's sort of something that I just really always look for. I use like something I really value it. And
I know this is something you and me really agree on, don't we? We both love procedurally generated games.
Yeah,
I quite well long before I even knew you covered Dwarf Fortress. I was playing Dwarf Fortress, the ASCII version, and I just fell in love with that game. Like just everything about it. It's just so cool, man.
It's an incredible game. Yeah, it gets getting better and better all the time as well. All right, let's start to go through the actual news items, because there has been people talking about some games that we probably will get to when we have a look at this one. So I'll just press escape there and open up my Steam page, and we'll just go through and just comment on different games. I know there's a fair few of these games that you also really like. Just go to my library. So Tabletop Tavern, I don't know if you actually played this one, but Hybrid Units Rebalance is just a bit of a rebalance there. That's an amazing game. I haven't
What is
played.
it? Tell me about it.
Well, this one, this is a Tabletop Tavern is a game essentially it's like a mini Total War game with a procedural, almost like a Slay the Spire type progression through a map. So you end up going to the. I'll just move it across from here. It's for me, it's this sort of stuff in through here. If I just go and open this up,
looks like Warhammer or something. Like
yeah, it's all fantasy units, but it's a real time battle done with. But as you move through the progression through the map, you actually pick up more units. You have opportunities, so it's all sort of a bit more randomized. It's actually brilliant the way it works, and so you end up with these. Great. Yeah, it's an incredible game. When you actually end up winning something, you have to then choose between what sort of units you're going to be bringing in. So depending on where you go as well, it's amazing. So if you go into a wooded area, you're more likely to get elves, for example. Go into a mountainous area, you're more likely to get dwarves and those sorts of units. You can also then get evil units and things as well. So this is actually the game progression.
Reminds me of Fantasy General in that respect, where you take different paths through the game and that gives you access to different stuff. Remember right?
Yeah, it's sort of. But then you've got the real-time battle, which is actually, it's very simple, very quick, and it works really, really quite nicely. It's got this sort of this cartoony sort of feel about it, but it just feels good. So this is actually the progression where you've got to plan your way through, like Slay the Spire type stuff, where you're trying to figure out ahead what you need or what you want to add to your army. So picking on the different zones is going to then pick up different opportunities and which are different types of units and things like that as well. And you're just hoping that you're going to get a good balance. Once your army becomes full, you then got to sell off units and bring other units back in before you reach the end of the board. But it's a really nice little game. And this is their combat system, again, fairly simple. They can see the range units, just got their area in through there. Each unit has got its own unique abilities, and it's very much like Total War, where really what you're trying to do is get either flanking maneuvers on units, and if you can do that, you're going to destroy pretty much anything. But they do have there's a big troll that we can sort of see through there, I think, or corpse claws, I think is what this one's called. This one here will actually not be as easy to surround, even though it's just a single unit, so it will just keep on fighting on, I would guess. But it's an amazing little game. It's brilliant. And this is then the shop. When you sort of get to a different place, you can sort of buy different equipment, etc., etc. There goes Agent Usher saying it strongly reminds me of Battleground Fantasy Warfare, a card-based tabletop game. I don't know that one, actually.
I don't either. That sounds cool, though.
Yeah. So, Zico saying, here I am procedurally generating how sci-fi beasts reproduce. And Zico also saying, I like Sovel more than Fantasy Tavern, and it's free. It is, Sovel is good as well. I like the purity of what Tabletop Tavern does. Sovel is interesting as well. They're both good games.
Sovel's a Warhammer knockoff, basically, but it's it's supposed to be Warhammer Fantasy Battle, basically one of the older versions, I think.
Yeah. It's sort of it does have a really nice feel about it. Very, very simple. Different terrains, it's you can see there that the tavern is still behind them, they're just playing it on a little a tabletop, basically. It is a real time tabletop game with active pause, which is really quite cool as well. So again, different sorts of this is Sister Morrowind, I think, is the one you're talking with here. I think she's an undead, a vampire. So you've got all these different factions all the way through it as well. There we go. That's the actual combat itself.
That is not fucking war.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
This is how you can you can get upgrades for their armor, etc.
Yep.
Very nicely done.
Graphics are nice, aren't they?
Yeah. Anyway, we won't continue on with that one. But that's Tabletop Taverns. So that's that did have an update. So hybrid units rebalance. So just a little update through there. Exarch, which
Bolin P. Sorry, but Bolin P saying, how chewed are our hosts? Are they at it properly? Not yet. give us 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, we haven't found anything contentious yet to talk about. We're sort of avoiding the big one, of course, Age of Wonders 4. We're just avoiding that. We had to write a special.
We've done that one to death, haven't we? I think.
Yeah, we sort of. Well, we actually we had to both sign a something in blood to say we wouldn't actually mention it.
Well, you failed then, haven't you? Because you're just mentioning it. Go on, Daz.
You mentioned it first.
Now, mate.
The first one we mentioned is to get their finger chopped off, and Exarch. I haven't actually played this one, but I did download it. It sort of was sent to me by the dev actually, but I haven't actually had a good look at it. It looked interesting. I don't know if we go to every single one of these, but I'll just open it up. Might as well. This one's a game that's just come out, and just go to the store page from Goblins Publishing. So this is a backpack battles for backpack battles where you've sort of got the different layouts.
Nope. No idea what you're talking about.
Backpack battles.
Backpack battles.
I'll just skip past this. What it is you pick up different pieces and you've got a grid that you have to fit them into. So it's like a puzzle game, really, more than anything. And so
it's like a mobile game to me, man.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, it is. And so I don't mind mobile games if they're like. And these are fast to play. There's been a few around actually that have come out in recent times. Just trying to think of there's another one with spaceships where you actually had to build the inside of your spaceship, and it was actually really cool because everything that you position will interact with the other things around it. And so this is the same sort of thing, but in this case, you're mainly sort of building like fantasy sailing ships, where you'll have different equipment, different weaponry, but also then the power ups for that weaponry will then sort of kick in based on the layout that you're using. So you've got to squeeze it into the various grids.
It's an optimization puzzle game.
Yeah, very much. Yeah. And you can then sort of reshuffle things. You can see there's different incomes coming in. And I haven't played the game, so I don't know what they actually are, but it is a game that I do want to have a bit of a look at. So I do enjoy these games actually. Like it sort of doesn't really look like the sort of game that I guess you and I tend to play a lot of, but I really appreciate Backpack Battles is something that people love. So you haven't come across that one?
No, not really.
Really? I'm going to just divert back out because that's where it all started. This whole genre, Backpack Battles, is it's not that the numbers aren't that big. I thought they'd be more, but 92%, 84% in recent reviews.
That's pretty big. But that's what's that? 5,000. That's had a lot of sales.
Yeah, 5,005. It has. It's a big one. It's like an auto battler. So it's an auto battler with the optimization of what you then build. So you are building essentially. In this case, you're buying equipment, and you've got your inventory, which is going to be a set shape, and then from there you then go and fight other people based on what goes on. This is where it all started.
Yeah, I like the look. The look of that one looks way better because it doesn't look like a cell phone game. So I've got this real aversion to games that just look like cheap mobile games. I know that it probably makes me miss a lot of good games, but I mean, I'm kind of like famous for saying that I don't really care about graphics, but that's not really true. I don't mind old graphics, and I don't mind retro stuff. What I don't like though is like really bad aesthetic or just cheap looking stuff. So it puts me off if something looks like it's been slapped together in Unity in 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. The other one that I'm thinking of, and
that looks okay. Backpack Battles looks nice. I like the aesthetic on that one. Looks a lot better.
There is another one that Proxy Studios actually helped with the marketing of, and where is it?
Oh yeah.
Because that's also based on
Backpack. Comment.
Sorry.
Liar's saying, is this another 10-hour Age of Wonders debate again? No.
we're not talking about Age of Wonders.
No.
Unless it comes up in the little
Yeah.
list of stories, which I had a quick look before, and it's not there. It's not the last Starship, is it?
That reminded me. Did you ever watch Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me when David Bowie turns up as he just out of blue and he goes, "We're not going to talk about Judy. We're not going to talk about Judy at all."
I don't remember
I don't know what the
that.
hell he's on about. We're not going to talk about Age of Wonders. We're not going to talk about Age of Wonders at all.
Yeah, no, we're not going to. That's a foreboding subject. I think I don't know if it's the last Starship. I'll just have a quick look at that and see if that's it.
Oh, that one's the one by Introversion.
Is that different again? Starship.
That's Starship.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not it.
That's
not it.
Introversion. The guys who did DEF CON and
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's more of a
Darwinia.
human management one, isn't it?
Yes,
I can't think of
it
what
is, yeah.
it was that. It's not in my space and future games. Maybe it's under these. We've got like a lot of them that was up in through here. It's a while ago since I played it, but it was that was
Speaking of
pretty cool.
Introversion, I saw that there's going to be another Prison Architect game. That was one of theirs, and then they sold it, I think. But did you ever play that Prison Architect?
Yeah, a little bit, not much.
The original's really good.
I do appreciate that. It's sort of funny. Like, I think I bounced off it because I was playing Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and I preferred that.
Yeah.
I preferred the randomization of that of Cataclysm.
That's an amazing game.
Yeah,
That's such a great game.
Because you can start off in a prison with full of zombies, which is really cool. That was my favourite
That's
start.
a hard game, though. Cataclysm is one of those games, right, where like classic roguelikes, you die a lot before you get anywhere, and then when you finally do get somewhere, Cataclysm's like difficulty curve really sort of flattens out, because once you've got to the point where you are able to survive, the early game stuff, providing you're careful, you can kind of go on forever. And I've actually given up on games of Cataclysm where I probably should have challenged myself a little bit more, because there's some really dangerous dungeons in that. But it's tempting just to sit around building stuff, isn't it?
It is, to a degree. I'm a bit like you. I get bored with it after you get past the initial survival phase. The initial survival phase is really, really, really interesting. And then, as you say, like, you just become a little bit too powerful. Anyway, let's keep on going with the news items. So we'll just go back to the library. So Exarch I haven't played yet. Now, I know this is one of your favourites. Deployment is not an option. Got a DLC announcement. So they're bringing out some other information.
Me?
Yeah, you liked this one, didn't you?
I've never played that. No, I've never played it. I don't know what it is.
I thought you loved it.
No, I've never played it, mate.
I am sure you
I don't
love
have this
this
console.
battle mode. I am sure you love it.
Okay, I stand corrected.
I could have sworn that you love this game. Isn't that funny?
No, I've never played it. I don't know what it is.
I wonder who it was I was talking to that really, really enjoys this game. I know there's another streamer who absolutely loves it. So
There's another gap tooth weirdo that you hang out with, eh?
but I thought you enjoyed it. This is one's the Fog of War one. Well, in that case, I won't talk about it too much. But this is so a new story campaign. You build cities. Essentially, it's I do have other games that I prefer more than this one. But if we just go back into the store page for Diplomacy is not an option. It's a city builder where you then have every night there's a random, like there's a zombie invasion. I'll just go and load it up.
Oh, it's one of those kind of games.
It's very creative.
He's done this. It's got a lot. It looks like it's got some expensive money behind it. Because these kind of cutscenes are expensive, I'll tell you. Unless that's gameplay footage.
I wonder who it was that I was talking to that absolutely loves this game. I thought it was you. My apologies about that, but again, it's got a lot of
you?
Yeah, 84%, which is pretty good for what that is. Actually, that's Fog of War. So the Fog of War one is coming, which that looks like a bigger game, to be honest. That one, the original game is not that, doesn't have that as much human versus human. It's much more, if I just go back across, so diplomacy is not an option. Where are we there? Let's just go back to the store page. Is that still the DLC? No, that's the same thing. That's okay. No, that's so that's the same graphics in there, but it's a good game, but it's too big for me. The game I do prefer than this one is actually Cataclysmo. I really like that, and particularly with the new update.
I've watched you play that actually. I've watched you play that one. That looks cool.
That's something I do want to do another series on, to be honest, because they've now brought out a new version of it, but I really appreciate what they've done there. That's a hooded horse game, this particular one, but it's of those sorts of building games where you then get attacked at night time. Cataclysmo for me is well and truly at the top of those. There's a fair few around now, but
you play a Super Kingdom Simulator or whatever it's called, was it?
I know the one you mean.
I played Lucid like that as well. Well, we played it for a bit. It's all right, that is. It's not a bad game. Quite like the pixel art in it too.
Yeah. I can't think of what that actually is.
My missus played that right the way through. She actually finished a campaign, which I was quite impressed with because I got bored of it halfway through. But the missus, she quite liked that one.
So Began saying, Daz, a new version or an update to the current one? That's going to be, do you mean if you mean Cataclysmo, I like both, and I really like the new update for like the new DLC for Cataclysmo. But the other one, So what is it? Diplomacy is not an option. Is that one does actually have the new DLC is coming as well, which is sort of imminent as well. Okay, so Super Fantasy, that's it. Chris is saying Super Fantasy Kingdoms, that's the one. Yeah, that's good.
One, yeah.
That was good, wasn't it? Yeah, like a little simple building game. That's simpler again than games like Cataclysmo or Diplomacy is not an option, but still good nonetheless. But Cataclysmo for me is the pinnacle of those sorts of games. But you would say, I guess from the ones you've played, you would say Super Fantasy Kingdoms would be up there for you?
I haven't played the others. I haven't played Cataclysmo, and I never played Diplomacy is not an option, so I don't know, to be honest. Games like Super Fantasy Kingdom, they're cool for a bit. They're not really my kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do like simpler games like that, but I prefer, if I'm talking about strategy games, I tend to prefer the more complex stuff. I'd say.
Well, Cataclysmo certainly does take it through there. Prophet just saying, no, precisely today I'm late. He's expecting. Everyone's expecting we're going to be fighting and at each other's throats. It's only when we have a disagreement that we. Down with the ship. That's the game I was thinking of. Sorry, Dembian. So that was the game I was talking about. Down with the ship is the game that is there. It is Down with the ship. This is the game that is very positive again. Doesn't have the same, like 93%. This is backpack battles, but for space combat.
Yeah.
So again, you're maximising the layout of your ship.
Training exercise.
It's got kind of like an FTL style fight combat system or something.
Sort of, yeah.
Configuration
Yeah,
set.
actually very much so when you think about it.
This could be integral for my experiment.
Yeah, it looks cool. I'm not very good at those kind of games. Like it reminds me like of, I guess, like Factorio or something, or one of those electronics kind of games. Like I really like those kind of games because there's like 20% of my brain that's the engineering brain. Do you know what I mean? Like if you imagine 20% of my brain's like Tortuga power basically, but 80% of it isn't. So the 20% of my brain that's Tortuga power really loves like things like Factorio and Zachtronics stuff like Opus Magnum and all that. But I don't love those games. If I want to play a game like that, I'll play Dwarf Fortress because that's got that kind of gameplay, but it's Dwarf Fortress as well.
Yeah.
Or RimWorld or something like that.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the one I was thinking of. Down with the ship. Yeah. Thanks for the heads up. And guys, if you are watching this live and you do want to try to grab our attention, if you just do an @DasTactic, it will then sort of highlight in red. It's easier to see that in a little bit more in the in Twitch, but but in YouTube it still does come up in red for us. Yeah, so you can see that, can't you? Battle mode. Do you see the red with the @DasTactic, or not really? Maybe you don't.
It's not red for me, no, because I'm just logged on as a
maybe I've coded that in or something. Because I know I was missing a lot.
Loads of comments.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the next item. So Sea Power is on sale. Gamescom, blah blah blah. So that was yesterday. I haven't played much of this one. It's sort of one of these games. This is from Microprose. I don't know if you've played this one. This is
not yet. No.
Yeah, it's not a bad game. It's a simulator game. So it's actually because I know that you love Microprose games. I actually do know that.
Yeah, I do. Okay. I really liked everything they've done that I've played.
Okay, what's your favourite Microprose game?
Their modern games.
Hang on, yeah, I think in my head I know what you're going to say, but I'll let you say.
I do like Carrier Command 2.
Oh, okay.
If we're talking about their modern, if we're talking about old Microprose, then UFO Enemy Unknown or XCOM Enemy.
I think in the modern era.
But if you mean the modern era, that either High Fleet or Carrier Command 2.
I thought you were going to say High Fleet. I thought that was more your style.
I love High Fleet. Yeah, I love Carrier Command 2 though. I really like that game.
That's my
favourite. We played that together, didn't we?
We did.
We should play
it was
that
fun.
Sometime.
You came in late. I remember that. I was so pissed off with you because we'd briefed everyone. We were playing a special with random stuff, and we had hardly any main shots of the cannon. And battle mode waltzes in late,
them all up.
and didn't actually. And so I had even turned off the main cannon, like the power of the main cannon, and I
saw to turn it off. Yeah,
I saw battle mode at the console trying to get these cannon to fire at the wrong island. By the way, as well, that was hilarious. That was so much fun.
I was like, I can see it. I can see them, and I'm firing, and it's not killing them. You're like, and then I looked again, and I was like, oh yeah, that was the wrong island, wasn't it?
It was so funny. And you wasted all of the ammunition and. It was hilarious. That was a live stream.
I was an enemy agent,
was it that we did?
I was hired by the opposing team.
Actually, Bolden saying cleared hot.
I wonder what that game would be like. If you got two or three teams of friends and played against one another, that could be pretty cool.
Yeah, it could be. I think you can do that. You can actually do that. Bolden saying Cleared Hot was a pretty cool Desert Strike remake. That was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Did you play that?
I remember Desert Strike when that came out. Yeah, I didn't play Cleared Hot, no.
Yeah,
but I know the type of game. I played the hell out of the Strike games when I was a kid. I had the original Desert Strike on the Sega Mega Drive. Really like that.
Paper Duplis saying, have you two been following the Microprose revival? It's been incredible. It's been amazing, actually.
Yeah. Well, they've just released the second city build. The second. Oh, what's that RTS game? It's like Age of Empires they released.
I know the one you mean. They're not in the Nile or whatever. Actually, I've got it on my desktop.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Played it yet.
Hang on, we'll just.
The Fertile Crescent.
RTS. The Fertile Crescent, yeah, the second one. But it was only 5 minutes ago that the first one came out.
Yeah.
But the Fertile Crescent 2. But that's a good game. That is. I like Age of Empires 2. I started playing that again recently, actually, because I've been playing a lot more RTS games, and I'm rubbish at it. But I like the Fertile Crescent. Me and Richard York played that. I think we did a live stream. Me and him did that on live stream. It's good because it's short paced as well. That's what I like about Fertile Crescent. It's like an RTS game that you can play relatively quickly.
So the Bronze Age collapse. Yeah, I haven't even opened this one until right now. Actually, this is the first time.
I'm surprised they put a second game out so quickly though. It feels like only 5 minutes ago that they did the first one.
I think you're right. Actually, it was very, very short. It was only a couple of years, wasn't it? If that.
They're cheap games though. They're not expensive games.
Yeah.
And honestly, I know a lot of people do not like DLC stuff, so I get it. Like if they wanted to do something different, I think as long as the gameplay is significantly different, I'm down with that.
Sorry, I'll just pause that. Now that I've got the auto ducking off, like all of the sound from the games is overpowers us. Fertile Crescent. When does the first one come out? 2024. Yeah, 2 years. basically 2 years ago was the first one.
And Wolf is saying Carrier Command 2 is cool. I play it with my 9-year-old sometimes. It's very underrated. I do rage quit finding out about my bad decisions long after I make them, though. Yes, that's one of the problems with a game of that length. And that was an issue with the original Carrier Command as well. I played the original Carrier Command on the ZX Spectrum. I didn't even have an Atari ST at that point, and it was released on the ZX Spectrum. And I was amazed that you had this game where it was 3D and you could pilot this carrier and aircraft and the walruses, and it was so cool, man. But yeah, it's certainly got that issue. The Carrier Command 2 is way more complex.
Actually, 50% off at the moment. I just saw. Grab it,
That's
guys.
a great game.
If you don't have it, you can play it single player. You can also play it multiplayer. It's just as much fun. Actually, it's probably
really good.
It's probably more fun with multiplayer because of the stuff that can go wrong. Multiplayer does, like, you've got that element. You've got the battlefield element. Sorry, the battle mode element.
Yeah, because I mean, you could be, because you are physically on the deck of the ship in a body, right? You're embodied in a character, in an avatar, and you have to run around the deck of the ship to make things happen, physically hitting buttons. It would be a great VR game. I mean, it kind of is virtual reality.
It is.
It's just really good.
Yeah, it's an incredible game, amazing game. It's so cool, and if you play it with sort of like limited resources, it's very, very hard, which is great.
Yeah.
So So Luke's saying, shame this game is more difficult on single player. Just bear with me, guys. I'm going to show you how to play it in single player mode very, very easily, where you don't play against the other enemy carrier. The enemy carrier is annoying because it just basically builds up too fast for you, because it's actually thinking way much faster than a human does. But
that's the point of the game, though. You're supposed to be fighting against
not really,
AI.
because you can play it against the islands, and then it's quite good fun. So I don't like playing against the enemy carrier at all, because
it's so difficult. It's really difficult to play against the AI.
Yeah, but you've got the stress when you're playing it to actually build up the actual, like, you've actually stressed while you're trying to get built up, and you know that they're accelerating so much faster than you anyway. But if you're going to be, if you're wanting to play this where you actually just play against the islands, which is great, you can go back into, if I can remember how to do this, just go back into game, go into multiplayer, host a multiplayer game. So
that's how you're doing it.
New game, just go custom, and where you come in, just make it so that the AI teams are 0, and you've only got one. You just go and start the game. You're basically playing a single player game against 0 AIs, and so so if you are wanting to play it, guys, that is the that way you don't have the enemy carrier, and so you can.
I would learn like that, definitely. I think that's the way to learn the game. I think, but also, once you get good at the game, put the AIs back in.
I wouldn't. I mean, I love the islands. The islands just get progressively harder. Like, and
yeah, they do. Yeah.
Actually, that's waiting for the server. Sorry, I'm just going to...
That's one thing I'll say about the original. The original, I think the AI system in it worked better than the sequel because it was a lot simpler. So it wasn't, every island in Carrier Command 2, you've really got to approach it like a military operation. And that's where it's really fun in multiplayer, by the way, because if you've got one person controlling the tanks, one person doing the aircraft, one person on the guns, like me,
But everyone was told not to man the guns. You came in 10 minutes late after we'd briefed everyone and gone through what we're going to be doing and what our shortfalls are. Don't waste the main ammo because we're going to need it when we get to the level 3 islands.
It is somebody saying it, the game Nwolf saying the game nails immersion. Anything that feels clunky feels like part of the world. It's super immersive. It's one of the most immersive strategy games I've ever played.
It's great. It's a great game. I think that'd be my favorite microprose, although they've got so many games now. I mean, they're
on fire. They're on fire, man.
Oh, they are. Yeah,
microprose, they're on fire. And looks like
they
could have been bought out. Somebody crap could have bought that name and just made crap games, and we got lucky because somebody cool bought that company back. In fact, I think it might even be one of the original guys.
I think it is. Yeah,
is involved with it, and they've just made sure that they're releasing really. I mean, look, Microprose's their back catalogue from the 80s and 90s is utterly flawless. No, it's not flawless, sorry, but it's legendary, right? They had Civilization, Master of Orion, Master of Magic, you know, what else did they have? XCOM, you know, Enemy Unknown or UFO Enemy Unknown. They had, oh god, all those flight sims that they did, like F-16, F-15 Strike Eagle, F-19 Stealth Bomber, all those military games. They had their roster,
And they're getting a lot of them
roster
back.
was absolutely massive. Are they republishing old stuff?
Yeah, they're republishing it. They've got like this is their classic games. Even the original Carrier Command is in there. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, that's a History Channel one. I used to play a Battle of Britain game that I used to love. I don't think it was a Microprose game though. But God, they've got so many coming through. There it is, 50% off
cool,
Carrier Command. If you don't have it, grab it. Reptira, have you actually played that?
No, I've not seen that one.
No, I'm surprised. It's
What
very
is it?
positive. This is one that I was so uninterested in playing. I do have it in my library, but it was something that I haven't tried playing at all. Let's have a quick look at it. And sorry about the noise, guys.
Oh, it's the zombie defense game again.
No, it's dinosaurs. Hang on.
But, you know,
We can't talk. We can't talk.
I don't know. I think I just feel bad about the dinosaurs.
So this, I don't know you, Battle Mode, but for me, this is a game, and I look at that, I'm thinking, that's not me at all.
Yeah, it's not my thing. It's like They Are Billions or whatever.
Yeah.
Those games are cool. They're just not my kind of thing, really.
But look at this, 92%, 96%.
It must be a good game then.
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd actually try it, because the actual, when I looked at the game, when I read about the game, I thought this is just too crazy. I'm not interested. But then I saw the actual reviews for it and thought, wow, there's something there. Like it's actually
What was that Microprose game that we played? The one that was like a kind of military game.
Oh yeah, Dagger
Do you remember
Directive.
that? First person shooter.
Yeah, the
Dagger Directive. That's a good game as well.
That's only just come into. That's just literally launched this week into version 1.
Oh, okay. I bet it's really good now because I mean it was fun. It was really
25%
fun
off.
on.
That was good fun, wasn't it? We had a great time
Yeah.
playing that.
Yeah, it's a really good game. If you like those kind of games, and you've got nostalgia for the Ghost Recon and whatever the original Ghost Recon and whatever else. I can't remember what the other one was called now that it's based on. Really, really good games.
Yeah, this was so much fun. It was really well done as well. But they've actually now fleshed it right out, and it's now now version 1.0 has now launched, so it's now out of early access. And I think
We'll have to try that again.
Yeah, I think that just
We'll have
launched
to
this
try that
week actually. So I think it just came out. But yeah, it was so much. It's so cool. Such a cool game. Again, it's one of these games great to play, cooperatively, but also great to play on your own as well. It's,
That's a co-op game. That is for me. That is.
Yeah, it was good fun, wasn't it? It was really good fun.
Yeah.
We had a great time with that one. Actually, when did it come out? The 1.0, August the 13th. So yeah, a week or so back.
So it's recently.
Yeah. Only just hit level 1. All right, let's go back up to the library yet again. We'll slowly get through this one. We got past that one there. Here we go. Now, there was a comment early on. This is Heroes of Might and Magic Golden Era. Or Olden Era, sorry, not Golden Era.
Olden Era, yeah.
So this is a hot patch. From what I have been reading about this game, and I haven't played it much since it launched, and I didn't play it much even at launch. I liked it. I thought it actually did remind me of the best of the old versions of Heroes of Might and Magic. I like the scale of the units, and I like the scope of the game. I actually thought it was done really, really well. But it's actually has not. I don't know what the reviews are like. Let's have a quick look at that. Sorry, I'll just go back there again. Open up this one. because
Well, it's done well enough yet that Ubisoft seem to have got jealous because they own the franchise, and now they've just announced a remake of Heroes 3, which is like, why would anybody want that? Like like Heroes?
that's probably
Heroes
what it
3
is. I think you
like,
might be right.
why would you bother? It's already a flawless game. Pretty much, it's almost a flawless game. There are very few games ever made that are as good as Heroes of Might and Magic 3, and it's still perfectly playable now. So why bother? That's my opinion anyway. Like, I know people love 3D graphics. I don't care. I really would rather have 2D graphics in games, honestly, because I just think they age better, whereas 3D just kind of looks crap. But I know some people just won't touch games that look old. So for some reason, Ubisoft have decided to remake Heroes 3. But here's what I think, right? I think that they've looked at how well Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era has done. And because they own the franchise, they're like, oh, we need to kind of establish our dominance on our own franchise. Because
I think you might be
they
right.
just messed it up.
And I think that's where I got confused, actually. That's probably what I've read about, is that people are actually exactly what you're saying there, not really wanting the new stuff to come. So,
No,
interesting.
I think they've done it because, like if, who's this, Unforgiven? By the way, or is it Unfrozen? Those guys did Erratus. Did you ever play that? It's like a Darkest Dungeon style game, but it's really good.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
got
like Darkest
beautiful
Dungeon.
artwork. Yeah, but I don't like Darkest Dungeon, but I like Erratus. Erratus is like, for those kind of games, superb. I thought it was an S tier game, and I knew that this developer had it in them to do something good. When the demo of this released, I wasn't sold on it. I didn't like why is the city management screen 3D, and it just
In this game, Olden Era.
Olden Era, yeah. And then but then kind of, I thought the graphics they looked nice, but they were really messy and confusing to read. But they've made it a lot better now.
Hang on. Let's start to argue this point. No, actually,
when the demo came out for this game, it looked bad, in my opinion. It was cluttered, messy. I didn't understand the need for the 3D graphics. It just looked crap. And the city management screen, why did they do that with that? It's like, I just didn't like it. And so I was like, why would I play this over Heroes 3 when Heroes 3 is still an amazing game? Like, there's no reason whatsoever. But since they've released the game and it's come out again, they obviously took a lot of criticism with the demo, I think, from Heroes fans, and then they kind of tightened it up, and it's a lot better now. I'm not sure if
the beta testing process. Were you involved in the beta testing?
No, I don't beta test any games anymore, man.
I do still.
I can't really, for starters.
I do with the ones I'm passionate about. To be honest, I where I can, I will. But not very many.
I'm done with it.
Maybe one or two at a time.
Do you know what? Can I tell you why? Very quick. I think it's because it ruined Distant Worlds 2 for me. I can't go back to Distant Worlds 2. I don't know why, but I think beta testing it really ruined it for me, and I feel like I feel bad because I really like Code Force, and I'm big. I like Slytherin and Matrix and that.
How early though were you beta testing that? Sorry, just to delve
early.
Yeah, that I think is the problem when you're a streamer and you try to show a game fresh, where you've got a fresh perspective, and then you've beta tested a game through all the hard bits. It's very hard to be fresh when you're actually then talking about the game, because you've been there for the marathon, not just for the sprint.
Yeah.
And
you managed it though. You still played Distant Worlds. I don't think I've got quite your stamina. It ruined Old World for me as well. Like, Old World was like, like, I don't love it, and I know it's a really popular game.
I'll be honest with you, Battle Mode. We're talking about Distant Worlds. I refuse to beta test until it's a couple of weeks out, and then I only beta test so I can get used to it, because I know that if I beta test earlier than that, it's going to frustrate the shit out of me. And same as what you're saying. So I actually don't. I don't beta test that. There's a game that I'm not allowed to really talk about, that I am beta testing at the moment as well. One that I'm very, very passionate about, and one that you're not very passionate about.
Oh yeah.
But I think it comes down in that instance of, like, if you can actually help with the development, I'm happy to. But with Distant Worlds, I more want to be doing that for the streaming, and I think I did. I'm glad I didn't wreck it for myself, but I can see how easy it can be to become jaded with a game if you're part of the development.
Yeah. Back to Heroes olden era though, I'm not convinced that the extra complexity that they put into the tactical combat makes it a lot better. I do like what they've done. You know, you've got this meter now, this kind of, I can't remember what it is now. This meter goes up and then you use that to spend on
let's take it bit by bit, because I am interested in what you've got to say about this. But this is the city screen. It's got the 3D elements. I think what you're saying is it's hard to identify what you're changing as you look at it. It's an immersive illustration rather than a well thought out user interface for a game. Would that be?
I think, to be fair though, yeah, that's fair. And I think that, to be honest, the original Heroes games were a bit like that too until you learn them. So I don't think it's a big deal. My issue was more that when you move the mouse to go and click on something, the whole thing shifted. It was like it was like being on a cakewalk.
Almost like
I did not like that.
I
had to turn that off. I think it looks lovely, but why? I mean, I don't know.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think it's hard to look at it immediately and think, okay, I've got this building automatically there. You have to go back a screen to be able to then see what buildings you've actually got. I don't know if it'll show us that. No, it's a spell system.
I think it looks good though. Otherwise, they've really tidied it up since the demo. I think, like, especially the game map. You know, the strategic map was very cluttered and too bright and garish and difficult to see what was going on. And again, that's criticism that some people do level at the original games as well, Heroes 2 and 3. But I think they look phenomenal. Like, they look great still. Like,
I think this looks good. Like, the units stand out more so than the background. The background is functional.
Yeah.
One thing I don't like about it, and you mentioned it as well, is that the interplay on the actual map itself is not as meaningful as it could be. Like, it's not as strategic, or it's not as tactical.
What do you want? Do you want more complexity in the mechanics? Because I actually think that the original games are kind of better because they're simpler.
No, I always disliked the combat in them. That was like where you just basically choose something and you just attack it. Whereas at least this is going a bit further. The game that I think does this better than Heroes of Might and Magic is the. I always forget the name of it. Hang on, let me have a quick look again.
How can you forget the name of Age of Wonders?
I feel
like they're different. They're very different kind of games, though, and you know.
No, I'm not talking about Age of Wonders. I'm talking about where the hell is it? I always get these
Songs
confused.
of Silence.
Sorry, Songs of Silence.
Songs of Silence.
Yeah, that's the one. It's not Songs of Conquest, is it? No, sorry.
Songs of Conquest. That was
Songs of Conquest.
This one, they're both Songs of Silence. Songs of Conquest are both kind of based on the same game. I like that one, by the way. I like Songs of.
Yeah, so I think that they do.
Silence is basically.
I think they do combat better than Olden Era in Songs of Conquest.
I like Songs of Conquest. I think it's really good. I think I prefer the depth of Heroes of Might and Magic 3 though. And I know you're going to say, it's not as deep, but that simple combat system had a lot of depth in it. Like it was mechanically simple but incredibly deep with the amount of tools that you got. Songs of Conquest is good though. They've created a really crunchy combat system in that. But I feel like, I don't know. I don't love the Heroes games enough to be able to really critique them in a way that I'd like to. Like, 4X, I can critique 4X pretty well, but actually, I don't really consider Heroes games 4X. So,
just got a couple of things in through here, but actually we won't get into that one. But that's a great game though. But there's a couple of questions here which we might do a deviation away if you don't mind. We've got Luke Sex saying, "Will you guys play Star Wars Zero Company?" Now I don't know that game. Have you heard of that one?
No idea what that one is. No.
Let's have a quick look at these. There it is. There. It's coming out this week.
You've come to us because you have nowhere else to go.
I'm just done with Star Wars, man. I like old Star Wars, the first 3 films. That's it.
People can't hear you when this is on.
is the volcanic world of Lunata. Fathom ceased the planet's mining citadel. We are going to take it back.
By flying directly into a volcano.
I'm more of a buried at sea type myself.
Fathom claims she can hear the voice of the plague.
The coil's threat is real.
Uh-oh.
Someone needs to stop them.
No, not interested in that. Looks like Firaxcom.
Sorry, what was that? What did you say?
So no, I'm not interested in this. It looks like Firaxcom, the Firaxis XCOM games. I'm just done with those kind of games.
I don't mind them if they're procedurally generated, but this is not. So I won't play this one.
I do like. Have you played Cyberknights, Daz?
Yes.
By Tree Spirits.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the only XCOM-like game that I really love. I love that game. I think it's brilliant.
What about Phoenix Point?
I never played it. It was funny. I interviewed Julian Gollop for Explorminate years ago, and I just kind of did it because I just wanted to talk to him because the original UFO and XCOM's one of my favorite games. He was a lovely guy, but I haven't played Phoenix Point enough to be able to comment on it. Like I heard mixed things. I think is it good? Apparently, there's a mod that everyone plays called Terror from the Void, and apparently that's meant to be the way to play it now.
Yeah, that's great. That's really good actually.
He's a good games designer. He is.
Yeah. Well, that's that one. I think we're both in agreement that not really that interested in that one. And for me, it's I don't mind the gameplay for the combat, but it's going to be directed all the way through. Now, the next one that was actually mentioned is, will we play Paradox's new post-apocalyptic grand strategy game? I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Paradox have just been teasing a game that's going to be was it yesterday at Gamescom or something? They were supposed to be announcing it, but it got leaked, like accidentally leaked, like they always do. And it's a post-apocalyptic. It's a post-apocalyptic grand strategy game, and my friend Otis convinced me that it was Mohawk's new game. I believed him for about an hour. So it's nothing to do with Mohawk. It's Geordie from Triumph said no, you spaz. It's actually Paradox's game. So
yeah, I'm not sure which one that's going to be.
Afterworld is called. Afterworld. It must have been a Gamescom that they did it. So I don't know anything about this, but I love post-apocalyptic stuff.
Yeah,
I'll take Mad Max any day. I love it.
Yeah, this looks good actually.
Just
even that screen there looks like it's going to be fairly interesting. You're in
kind of game
the
is
ashes.
it, though?
Sorry.
What kind of game is it though?
Well, I can't really look at these screens as such. It looks like a squad level combat game, bound together a standalone. Oh. It actually with higher elements, defend your empire and redefine the world. This looks good. This looks really good actually. Here we go. Let's have a look at this one.
You have
it's
no
Menace.
idea how beautiful America was. I believed in her promise, dreamt her dream, watched her fall. Out on the old roads, I saw her shatter into warring tribes. Survivors like your people. I know your kind. You think you'll survive and adapt. Reclaim the land. Rediscover the lost technology of the old world. Reunite her people through alliances, through faith. But when words fail, might becomes the law. Ancient powers divide this land, and their might is far beyond the likes of you. So, will you kneel as my servant? Help me restore America, or burn as my foe? At the end of all things, only one dream survives.
I wish they'd show the gameplay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the game from that. So
yeah, that's exactly right. It looks great as a setting. It looks great as an aesthetic. But how's it play? There are some screens, but not
no idea.
Not in this
Let's
one.
have a look at the screenshots. See if they've actually. I hate it when they do that. I got to tell you, like, I need to see what's in the game.
That's as big as I can get these, unfortunately. Okay, so you've got bands, Dust Lane Warriors, different skill values, council, population. So this is
like
a
the
group.
game I was working on. I was working on a post-apocalyptic game last year, and I canned it because it wasn't very fun when I got it to the point where I was to decide whether it was going to be something I wanted to finish or not.
Well, this is a tribal. This is a tribe. So we're looking at a tribe group there. So let's just define what we're seeing. Actually, we can zoom in a little bit here. So and
it's like Total War.
So yeah, it's got the Dust Lane Warriors. So I don't mind the look of this in terms of the overview. It's going to be how combat plays out, but I like the look of it so far.
What is it? I want to know what kind of game it is.
Yes, this is your quest system by the looks of things, which I don't love these in games. I would tend to sort of turn these things off.
Is this a Clausewitz engine game? Is it one of those, like Europa Universalis? And
no, it doesn't look like it at all. Actually, it looks. What it reminds me of is actually the Terminator game from Slytherin.
Okay.
That's a great game, by the way. That's a really great game.
I've not played that one yet.
Oh, that's fantastic! It really is so good. It's very hard to play.
I heard mixed things, but
it's brutal.
I remember watching you play it for a bit. Yeah.
Oh, it's a brutal game, but God, it's good. So the Terminator is an incredibly good game. So we've got quests, quests, destinies. I don't know, it looks like there's a resource management side of things into here as well. We've got to try to go and claim resources, which is not too bad, but the quest system bothers me in these games.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
There's your level ups and your, I guess, how your progression.
Tree.
Yeah, tech tree, yep. Yeah. So, got that there. This looks interesting. This is actual combat. This looks really good.
Oh, okay.
I like this. Yeah, this is reminding me of if you could get the Terminator game. It's probably not as defined as the Terminator game in terms of the actual tactical combat, but the strategic layer looks a lot more defined than the Terminator has got. So I think this is going to be a simpler tactical game than Terminator, but with a much more engaging strategy layer.
Is it a tactics game or is that an auto battler? Like, what is it? This is what I want to know. I'm trying to figure out. Does anyone in the chat know what is this game? Jumbo Pixel's. Oh, okay. Jumbo Pixel's done 10 minutes on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember? Daz and I met Jumbo. We met Jumbo Pixel. He's great.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
We had such a good time in Europe as well. Actually, when we went to Age of Wonders.
When you went to Age of Wonders, yeah. Jumbo's I like him. He's a good lad. He is.
Yeah,
I like Montu as well. He's another good guy.
Yeah, no, they're all good. Like Pravis and the guys. They're a good bunch. Yeah. Anyway, it was okay. I'll have to have a look and see what Jumbo's done because that was This is interesting actually. This looks good for me. I actually that alone for me makes this game so much better than the Clausewitz engine games, which don't actually have this sort of combat.
Yeah.
What else have we got? This is looking at this is more resource management within the different locations. This looks great as well, actually.
You see, like I like that's the stuff that I like in those kind of games. If it's going to be like a strategic level game, I'm actually more bothered about stuff like resource management and diplomacy, than I am about combat.
Well, this one you've got
really good.
Looks like you've got a logistics network running through as well, where you're trying to sort of then claim different resources in through here. So you're trying to control. Look at all the resources up here. I can't really make it much bigger than that. But
Appalachia Town Council. Appalachia's already in the post-apocalyptic, isn't it? I don't think anyone lives there anymore.
This is the prologue story.
Okay.
There's your difference. Yeah, this looks really good.
Yes,
this looks really good.
Otis is saying it's a Paradox version of Shadow Empire Light.
For me, it reminds me of Terminator with a strategic layer over the top, like a meaningful strategic layer. It looks very, very good.
There's a comment here from Buckaroo Bonsai who's saying, it's a grand strategy game that starts out like a small village in civilization and expands. There is some real gameplay shown. Quests are like Stellaris, so immersive. Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
so that sounds cool.
That's a good
I'll have
summary.
to watch Jumbo Pixel's video, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. So, yeah, we've got
Zico's saying, if you ask me what strategy subgenre Afterworld is, I would say yes. It seems like all of them.
Yeah. Well, this must be diplomacy, I guess. But, yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Lots of resource management. So, yeah, where you're trying to sort of secure different things. And then it looks like it's maybe sort of simplistic tactical combat, but it still looks like it's got tactical combat.
This looks like something I would really like to play, I think.
Yeah, it is for me too. This looks incredible, actually. This looks amazingly good. Yeah, this is awesome. God, there's a lot of stuff here. We're back there again. Yeah, that's great. Actually, that's really, really cool. There we go. Anyway, thanks for bringing that to our attention. It's now gone off the top of the list there. All right, so
that looks great.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. So that's awesome. Let's just go back to our list. We've started getting our way through this library of different things. We're on the second screen now. Diplomacy not an update again. Quasimorph launched a little while ago. 3 weeks ago, there was a major update. Great game.
I bought that game because I watched you playing it, Daz, and did not regret my purchase whatsoever. I've not played it for about a year though.
Oh, okay.
So,
no, it's so much better now. It's really, really immersive now. Like they've done so much more work on it. I mean, it was immersive anyway, but that's
immersive.
So just in terms of the again, what they've done with their procedural generation is actually theme not just the locations but the levels. So if you actually, when you get to a location, if it doesn't have like a docking bay, you're going to be on the surface, and so you're going to have to then go through like a surface level, and then you go down into themed zones depending on the type of location it actually is, with themed characters that will also come and hunt you. It's very, 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 very well done. Like extremely well done.
Yeah. I like that game. I think it's really good.
Yeah, this is awesome. And in terms of I won't play the screen, but this is a game that I am in the middle of doing a run of this one. 83% there. Hyper Train Digital, they do some really good stuff. Like they've got a really good body of games. I don't know.
What else have they done?
They've done the Zero Sievert.
Oh yes.
What else they gotten through here? There's a lot of Void Train was interesting as well. That was actually, I don't know if I played that one. No, I haven't played that one. Sorry, I don't have that many of their games. But they did actually. I've always liked what they've done. Stone Shard.
Well, Stone Shard, I've got.
Now that's a game.
Is that still going?
Yeah,
Did they ever finish it?
That's still being developed, and
I really like the graphics in it, but I played it very early though. I literally played the very earliest build of it. It's still not in 1.0 look.
No, this is the prologue. It is. It did come out actually. Where the hell is it? Intravenous was a fantastic game, that one.
I've got those.
Yeah, they're great. There's Intravenous 3, I think, coming out. This is Stone Shard itself. Is it still early access? Let's have a quick look and see.
Yes, it is, yeah. It's not hit 1.0 yet.
But this is
interesting.
This for me, this has got procedural generation where it makes sense in terms of the combat. Yeah. So I really like the combat in this one. It makes me want to go back and play it again. Like 74% is not great, but
I just kind of feel with those, it's like a roguelike, but it's not really. And I just think if I'm going to play a roguelike, I'd rather play a classic roguelike.
See, I'd prefer to play this.
It's like,
I'd much prefer to play this because it's got because it's themed all the way through. It's like it's like.
Do you like Caves of Cud?
No.
Why? Oh no! I'm gonna have to fall out, Daz. How can you not like Caves of Cud?
I just got bored with it. It just I don't know. I just couldn't get into it, and I know I should.
What,
but I
do
just,
you like Cogmind? Come on, redeem yourself. Do you like Cogmind? At least
a
say
little
yes
bit,
or no.
a little bit, but I don't love it. I just don't like.
You don't like roguelikes, do you? You don't like classic roguelikes.
I don't.
Yeah.
Unless they've got a reason. Unless there's a reason for a room to be full of rats and then the next room full of goblins. If you can explain why that works, and then the next room's got an ogre in it, like what
about
the hell?
the gameplay though? Do you care about the gameplay, or is it, you know? I would have thought that you quite like, because you played Cataclysm, right? Cataclysm was a kind of roguelike.
Yeah, it is.
It's not really. I don't class it the classic.
But that's just zombies. So like everything is either zombies or wildlife, and so for me that's not a problem. But when you've got,
that makes sense. Yeah.
When you've got a room, and then you walk through a corridor to another room, and it's got completely different stuff in it. Like, not that I want the same stuff. I just want it to make sense, and it just doesn't make sense.
What about Unreal World? Have you played that one?
A little bit back in the day. That was good.
So that's a really old.
That was good.
But Unreal World, yeah. So it's interesting. So it's more about. I'm trying to figure out where your head's at with roguelikes, because it's like, is it really just the thematic stuff that puts you off? Then, you know, if it's a sort of classic dungeon crawler with, you got like a room with a minotaur and a goblin and a bat in it, that puts you off, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, and Caves of Cud actually was pretty good with its theming. Like it tried to get it right, but I still just bounced off it. Tenry is saying I agree with you on Cud. The game is difficult to get into. I just didn't get immersed in it. It's a game I probably didn't spend enough time with.
I don't love it because I think this theme's a bit silly. It's got this sort of silly vibe to it that puts me off a little bit. But I think mechanically, it's a really good game.
Zero Seavit. I'm not seeing that in this list of games from. I'm sure that's one of theirs. Let me have a quick look. Have you played Zero Seavit?
No, I don't have that one. I've watched you play it a little bit.
It's it's 40% off at the moment. Who does that? Oh, Modern Wolf. No,
it's like an extraction. Yeah. It's like an extraction shooter.
Absolutely, yeah. And this one it's real time the whole time. So it's
I like these kind of games.
It's not my type of game usually, but I do really like this one. And again, the theming of the random generation is very, very cool. Works very, very well. Cogmind is immersive, though, says Dodie Kerr. Sorry if we're missing so many of the comments here, guys. We're sort of skimming, I guess, and but we're trying to keep the pace up a little bit as well. So we've got, but we'll just keep on going through this list if that's okay. So we'll just go back across to
if you want to. If you guys want to watch roguelikes, I cover quite a lot of roguelikes on my channel, but I haven't played a lot of Cogmind or Caves of Cud. I'd like to play this a little bit more. But
rule the way through.
This is an interesting question. Do you play Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode?
No. I mean, I would, but I'm just having so much fun playing Fortress Mode at the moment. Like the current one I'm playing is it's been the most fun Fortress that I think I've played in a decade.
Wow, okay.
It's been unbelievable. And I haven't really put it onto my main YouTube channel at all. Like, I've just been keeping it on my second channel, just because it's there's been so much that's happened in that particular fortress. Do you mind if I'll just go show you what I mean? Like, this is I don't know if you've seen it, but I'll just open it up and just show you.
I love Dwarf Fortress.
This is I'll just go back across and this is a reclaimed fortress, and this is the second reclamation. So we've already died once.
Oh wow! So you died in it and you went back in, and
So we reclaimed it. So it was an old. I'll just go through. I won't unpause it or anything, but it's this is just where we're up to right now. There's a lot going on, and it was just phenomenal. It was an amazing siege that actually came through and ended up wiping us out. And there's just carnage everywhere, and it's just and so now we're trying to fix everything up, and it's been of course one of those evil world biomes, things that I've sort of done a.
You always play on those.
Yeah, I love them.
They're too hard for me, man. I'm just not good enough into Dwarf Fortress.
Do you know
where I get the most pleasure? Where I get the most pleasure out of Dwarf Fortress is constructing really elaborate stuff in your in your fortress. Like I try to make these mega projects. I like to do a lot of stuff with water, but the problem is the game just breaks. Like if you try to play, you try to make anything to do with water or lava, the game just starts crawling along. It's a little bit better than the ASCII one was. The ASCII one was really bad.
Yeah. Well, this one here, this is the old fortress, and again, looking at the history mode, what was interesting is it was started by dwarves, taken over by necromancers, retaken by humans from the necromancers, then destroyed by rocks, the rocks are still somewhere in the fortress. We don't know where they are. So the rocks. There's 4 rocks.
You mean like the big flying birds?
Yeah, bigger than dragons in the game. They're the most dangerous flying in the game. So they're actually so they're somewhere in the fortress. So that's one thing we're contending with, but we think they're deeper down than what we've got to. So we've locked off the bottom of the fortress. So that's one thing.
Right.
The siege,
how do they get up the stairs?
Well, they fly. This was, I've called this one the pit of doom, because there's actually a central pit that runs all the way down through the middle of this fortress. All the way.
Oh, is that
down.
how the rocks got in?
Yeah, well, they actually fly up through this, but they can still, even if it was just stairs, they could still make their way up. So this is the bottom layer.
That's one thing that's silly about Dwarf Fortress, isn't it? Like the massive monsters can just climb up a single staircase.
Yeah, look, I don't mind that again. I could still, I mean, otherwise it would just be you'd just build a staircase and you've won there's nothing they can do. So
game,
I like that there's vulnerabilities, but in this case, you just see all the death and destruction. It's just literally everywhere. So there's been so much doom and destruction in this game. This is all, this is our hospital layer, and it's still got all the dead people from the previous run. We've got people being fixed up in through here, for example, just different guys, and we're trying to get our military up and running at the moment, but it's we're still trying to cope with all this stuff. It's been an amazing run. So we've been sort of building what we can. Sorry?
Did you say it was a necromancer that sieged you?
No.
Or was it a goblin siege?
It was a goblin siege.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't actually we're not at war with any goblin group. It's actually a group of goblin nomads, which I didn't even know was a thing in the game. So a nomadic group of goblins that had left their kingdom were wandering around as like a mercenary band, basically, and ended up besieging us and destroyed the fortress. But it's you can see we're trying to quickly bury as many of the bodies as we can. So this is because everything comes back as murderous ghosts. We've already lost people to ghosts that are killing people. So we're trying to get everything sort of locked away. It's been so much fun. It's been you can see there's just bones everywhere, like from the dead dwarves, and it's just been phenomenal. It's been a phenomenal fortress.
There's nothing else like it. I mean, I like RimWorld. RimWorld's a really good game.
Yeah.
But Dwarf Fortress is just... I feel like there's space in the world for RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress, because they are actually quite different. They are different gameplay styles very much, but I like Dwarf Fortress just a little bit better, I think. In fact, I like it quite a lot better.
Yeah, I do too, actually. I mean, I do love RimWorld, but I do always, if we're going to play them, I tend to come back to this one. Got a couple more questions that have come through. Tenra is saying, Daz, you should enable floor restart and difficulty settings when a clone dies in Quasimorph, a gentleman's way of save scumming. I actually don't mind losing the clones in Quasimorph, like in that sort of instance, because that is like it's not as if you're losing the game. It just means that you've been set back a little bit. So I'll just quit without saving here. So in Quasimorph, and then Agent Usher saying, may I ask again what your opinion on anti... Sorry, we're sort of skimming past a lot of stuff, and I am missing a lot of the comments here, guys, but you're saying what your opinion on antimatter is. Now, I don't think I remember what that game is.
Is that out yet?
Do you know that one?
Yeah, I do know it. I just haven't played it. Is it? I don't think it's out yet, is it?
Let me have a look.
It looks amazing. It looks like it's going to be amazing if it pulls off what it's trying to do. That's what antimatter looks like to me, but it's just not out yet. It's
to be announced. Oh yeah, no, this does look good. Let's go have a look. Sorry. Guys, sorry. Yeah, looks good, doesn't it? just pause and say sorry about the sound. I know this is extremely loud for you guys, I think. It's great.
Isn't it that one?
Sorry, what did you say?
I said it does look good, that one.
Wow.
Yeah,
it
looks like it's got the full scale. It's just, how long is it going to take to make? Because that's a massive game he's made there.
Well, and what it reminds me of is Falling Frontier, which is still not out.
Another vaporware game, yeah.
Is it?
I mean, wasn't it supposed to be out like last? It's another one of these hooded horse games that's kind of in endless early access or endless development.
Hasn't even got to there. Yeah, it's just developing. But this looked amazing when it was.
Antimatter looks amazing. If it promises what it, if it actually does what it's promising, and the gameplay is good, because it's not easy to make a game on that scale,
Well, it's Aurora 4X,
really
isn't it, with graphics?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it looks like that's what it looks like to me. And more. The thing is about Aurora's gameplay is a bit shaky, whereas this looks like it's an actual game.
It'd be fun would be to go through. You call it the vaporware games, but the games that have been announced and then actually then we hear nothing about. And there's a few of them.
Falling Frontier is the top of that one.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to actually go through them. And Falling Frontier, I guess, would fall into that category at this stage. But I'm hoping it's still actually. When was their last update?
I hope it still comes out.
Yeah, I do too.
That looked like it was going to be great.
Where's their news? Let's have a quick look and see.
The thing is, though, I think Tim does get the games out, so mostly he got rid of Alliance of the Sacred Sons, but other than that,
10th of March was the last update.
Okay, it wasn't a million miles ago, I think.
Well, but then you look at it; it goes March. You've got 2023. It's hardly any information really.
No, it's a bit sparse. Maybe they're just heads down working on it.
Well, but then you expect us to be seeing things.
I think it would be smart to be putting up an update every month to see
I do
where
too.
you're at.
Look when it was announced, 2021, June, July, August.
I'm sure
September.
I can't remember if it was this one. Yeah, I think it was this one. Drexy and that interviewed some people from Falling Frontier. We also interviewed the guy from Fragile Allegiance. That's another one. That's another Hooded Horse game that I think it's Hooded Horse that was disappeared. Do you know that one? Fragile Allegiance?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That also looked like it was really promising, and it's just not. We've not heard anything about it.
Didn't that? Hang on. Let me just go back to here. Just allow that. Sorry. What was it? Sorry, I mentioned
Fragile Allegiance.
Didn't that one come
interviewed
out?
the guy from Fragile Allegiance on Explorminate. He seemed like a really nice guy.
Yeah, that's out. That's
an old one.
It's
Sorry.
an old one.
What was it? Hang on a minute. Fragile. Is it Fragile Allegiance? I might be thinking of a different. I think I might be getting the name.
Was
wrong.
it another Hooded Horse game?
Fragile something or other. Yeah, I think it's Hooded Horse.
Let's have a look and see.
Fragile Existence. That's it. Fragile Existence. Its planned release date is 2026.
Fragile Existence. Okay.
Fragile Existence. Yeah, sorry, not Fragile Allegiance.
Let's just see if it comes up.
It's an RTS kind of like a quite a grand scale RTS strategy 4X kind of thing. It looked like it was going to be really good, but it's saying release date 2026, and we're only in just coming into September, so I think his name was Lee. I think it was the developer's name.
Fragile Existence, right. Was it?
Yeah, Fragile Existence. God, there's so many games now with all the same names, aren't there?
Yeah, I won't bother playing that one, but that's
no.
Yeah, I do remember this one as well back in the day. This has been around for a while too, hasn't it? Really, with no information.
No, they're all from 2001 or something. It was.
Yep. Okay. All right. Let's keep on going. We're.
Yep. How long you got tonight, Daz?
I think it's going probably within half an hour. So we'll just go through this and then we'll sort of probably call it quits. Now, this is probably something you can actually talk a little bit about. Elemental late game optimization. Have you been touching that game at all at startup?
Okay, so I can't talk about the development, man. I'm sorry, but I can. All I can talk about is, like I've not been playing this much recently because I've been working on other stuff there. So, we've got some stuff going on with Sins of Solar Empire 2 and Ashes of the Singularity coming up and all that. So I haven't had a chance to play Elemental a whole lot. Also, I had an issue with the game it wasn't the game. I thought it was just me that had this bug with Elemental Reforged that was causing it to crash my computer. But it turned out to be my PC. And when I updated to Windows 11, it went away. But yeah, so for a while I wasn't able to play it into the very late game. So I can't really comment on it, to be honest. But Stardock is still developing in it, and I really like this game. But just be aware, I work for Stardock, so you have to take what I say about the game with a grain of salt.
I like
Elemental.
I actually love it.
Do you?
Yeah, this is a game I absolutely love. I'm just trying to think.
It's really fun, isn't it?
If this would be my favourite, it may be my favourite Stardock game, actually, even more so than Gal Civ. And I really do like Gal Civ as well. And I really do enjoy this game, and I haven't played it for a while. So I'm looking forward to getting back to it. Actually, it's
a great fantasy empire building game.
What was that? Sorry.
It's not like it's just a great fantasy empire building game, and it's just got loads of fun elements to it. It's like Gal Civ, but it's tight. It's a tighter game than Gal Civ, I think.
It is tighter.
I like Gal Civ as well.
Tighter, but in a limiting way, I guess. Gal Civ, I quite like. I do
Gal
quite
Civ's
like
a massive sandbox, right? It's like a massive sandbox. Even though it's got a very specific 4X style of gameplay within what within that style of game, you've got so many options with it, with which to try to achieve your goals. It's kind of similar in Elemental as well. You've got a lot of ways you can go about playing Elemental, right? You can power up your heroes, you can put your resources into building expensive units, you can try to use a lot of magic, or you can go more for straight military stuff. I just think there's so many ways that you can play Elemental.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just a cool game.
Yeah, and I think it's almost the even with being able to give basic units like your actual equipment. I think I really like that. Yeah. Like if you find a special sword and you've got like a very, very powerful attack group, you can just, instead of giving it to hero, you can give it to the attack group, and then they all get to use it, which I really like that. Like it's
it's a cool feature.
It allows a lot of customization for your actual force.
I really like the questing system in Elemental as well. I feel like it's there's no quests that you have to do that take you away from your from your attention on the game, but they are usually just quite easy to get to, and they you put you into a fight and then you'll get something cool out of it. I feel like it's just a really simple and non-intrusive quest system that's fun to engage with. I didn't like it in Endless Legend at all. I felt like the quests really put me off that game. I felt the same with Endless Space as well. I don't really like the.
Yeah, I usually don't like quests.
You have these quests,
but they're not onerous, are they? In Elemental, they're just just a way for you to get better equipment.
Yeah, it's just loot. It's like a loot thing. It's like Master of Magic, basically. The difference is in Master of Magic, you kind of have to go into the dungeons to at least on the higher difficulties, because they often give you some of the better spells, and you need to kind of clear the dungeons in order to be able to get all the stuff you need to be able to beat the other wizards. I think in Elemental, that will give you an advantage if you go and get this, to complete the quests. And I think if you pump the difficulty up and the AI is really pressuring you, then doing the quests is really important, because some of the magic items that you're going to get are really good. I always like this game.
People are mentioning Alliance of the Sacred Sons, and you know a bit about. It's probably not even listed anymore.
Yeah. No,
still there.
It will be there. Yeah. Did you kickstart it? Because I kickstarted this one.
No.
And so it came over. Right, this game's been in development forever.
This was this is going to be like June, wasn't it? Like the June universe almost.
Yeah. So do you know the game Stellar Monarch? It's like Stellar Monarch, but a little bit less 4X-ish and a little bit heavier on the character side. And Stellar Monarch's very character based. It changed so much in the years where the developer Texas Hawk, he was putting out different versions, and it changed a lot. But when the last versions that they put out for people to play, I don't know if that was before Hooded Horse picked it up or afterwards, but it was looking like it was getting somewhere. But I think the developer, it's one of these where he's burned out on it a little bit, and he's sort of like working on it when he can.
Well, that happens.
I don't know. Like,
there's still a Monarch too.
Man. Like, that's a great game. That is.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I like it, but I don't love it.
Yeah.
Now, another couple of comments have come through. Tenru saying, I have an issue with the roaming neutral units in Elemental. Their balance can be very unbalanced depending on the map RNG. Agree 100% with you, Tenru. I disagree with Tenru almost as much as I disagree with you, Battle Mode, usually.
Oh, right, okay.
But I do agree with him in this case.
He doesn't like Age of Wonders, that's why. Arjun Ush is saying Alliance of the Sacred Sons was Hooded Horse, but it seemed to have been dropped. Yeah, that's true. They parted ways amicably. That's my understanding.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so we've got the so just talking about the RNG elements in Elemental. I give myself if there's something that's just crazy in Elemental that comes along, like where you just think, what the hell? Like, there's no way I can actually defeat that. Like, in the early game, you often get these wandering stacks, which are just unbeatable. Yeah. But there is actually a cheat command in all these in all of the Stardock games where you can actually go and just delete the actual unit itself. And so I do that with those because they balance wise, they just shouldn't be there at that level of the game. I don't know if that's been worked on to actually stop that from happening, but
I've never really noticed it.
Yeah.
They usually is it like so powerful, like, because they are there, to stop your rampant expansion, the same as the in Master of Magic or Caster of Magic, when you've got the wandering monsters. The reason they are there is to stop you from just leaving your cities undefended and going out and taking all the land, right?
That's fair enough if you can defend against them. But if you cannot defend against them, if you have no hope at all, let me open up the game and just see if I can find a load.
I'm just talking on the design level, right? If they are so strong that keeping your sovereign and your heroes in the city, and they attack the city and they're still beating you, then I get it. That's going to be annoying.
That's what it is.
Is it? Are they? What is it? Is it like Titans and dragons and stuff? If that's the case, that probably.
Yeah, what I do is I'll just open it up, see if I got a save where there's some, because I know that I was playing one a while back where I actually had some around. I'll just try to load one in. I'm not sure how far back. I'll just try this one here and just see what actually happens here. I can vaguely remember seeing something.
If it's serious enough that it's stopping you wanting to play the game, then definitely let us know and tell Brad, because Brad wants people to play it, right? So if there's complaints about it, then it definitely needs to be looked at least.
This one I've moved on to the point where I can actually now beat them, but
Oh yeah.
If there was a group, actually, Began's saying he can. I can beat it without using cheats. Well, I can't.
Yeah, I think the big. I've never noticed the wandering monsters, the really big ones from beelining for your cities. I think it's usually stuff like something like that. Yeah.
No, that's nothing. Like even in the early game, if that's next to you, that doesn't matter. But there's some. I think they're called Harrigans or something.
It will kill you if you. Harrigans.
I think that's what they're called. They're really powerful.
Oh, they're the pigs.
No, they're big armadillo things. But that was what I had in this game. But to be honest, all I do is just go and I've just got the cheats enabled so that if I do end up with something I can't compete with, I just do the tilt. Enter the name. No, the spawn cancel. Actually, what's the cheat system in Elemental?
I think it's tilde. I think it's the tilde key.
No,
I forget now.
Doing that one there. Maybe that's changed. Tab?
Yeah,
no.
So there is a key for it. There's a bunch of cheats.
I can't think of what it is. Anyway, there is a way to kill them off.
They might have changed some of them to be control actually, because they added some. Oh, is that Galsiv? I'm getting confused.
Galsiv, it's still tilde.
Actually, yeah, but there's cheat hotkeys in Galsiv 4 that once you've activated the hotkeys cheat, then you could use the F1 to, things like teleporting units, spawning units, because I use them for work, obviously. If I want to set up a video, I have to use the cheats. But now they've changed that now because the F keys actually change the user interface, the main screen, so you can go to the diplomacy screen or to the economic screen or to the trade screen and all that. So I switched it all around. I'm getting a bit confused, but yeah, if that's by the way, if that's a big problem and multiple people are having that, please let us know, because obviously that needs,
There's questions here. Do they wander or do they guard a spot and only wander if they get into your building zone? No, these wander around. They just wander randomly, and if they wander randomly across into your city, if they were just wandering around in the wild and like animals and just didn't come into the city at all, that would be okay, because at least you know that your city's going to be okay. But it's such
I'd be interested to see what they are, because like those bound herders, for example, you said they're okay. I wouldn't want those things walking into my city at the start of the game, because you can't beat them. Okay, so those are if you're talking about something that's stronger than them.
Yeah, these are debilitating. Like they're and they randomly wander, whereas a lot of the animals seem not to. But these things just they spawn somewhere. Massive group of them. Killing one of them is a nightmare. Killing 6 of them, is impossible. And they just then they randomly move one tile every turn, and they can randomly move into your cities and then destroy the city. And that's the other thing I don't like about Elemental, is that you can't go back to ruins and resurrect the city. Once you've actually got a ruin,
it just wiped it off the map.
Yes, it's salted the earth. So it's. It salts the earth, and they're probably the biggest things I don't like about the game. Is so when you lose a good city, you've got no way to get back the resources that were there, and in terms of the essence or whatever it's called nowadays, it's actually, I find that annoying, to be honest.
That's from Master of Magic, though. I think, like in Master, it's the same in Master of Magic. If you lose a city, that's it. So you have to defend your cities, Daz.
Yeah, well, I do, but I think that's a mistake. Like most other games will actually give you a leg up to actually get started again. Like if you have I'm thinking of the best game ever made in this instance, where if you lose a city there and it gets
are they not wiped? God, it's just how long ago I played that then, because I thought that you could lose cities in that. Mind you, I don't think I've ever.
Oh, you can lose cities, but they become ruins, and then you can just rebuild on the ruins. That's what Elemental should have.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, that's what they should have. It should be a ruin that you then walk into.
Here's the thing, right? Age of Wonders 4 does some really good stuff on the strategic map. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's where I will praise Triumph for making some excellent gameplay in Age of Wonders 4 on the strategic map. I really love how diplomacy is tied to the regions. That was something they did with Planet 4, and they brought it over with Age of Wonders 4, and it's just so good.
Yeah,
because you have to go to war over the regions. You fight over them. You squabble over them. I think it's just great, and that's really great gameplay.
Yep. No, it's certainly good. All right, well, we're going to have to sort of start to rattle along a little bit. I'll just go back to the library. We're nearly done here, I think. Just go back across to where we got up to. So, Tabletop Tavern, we've spoken about. Distant Worlds 2, with the pirate factions coming. There was
what's going on with that?
It was a week ago. There was so just some information about this one. This was looking amazing, by the way. I haven't tested this one yet, but they have put out a note to anyone that does do beta testing for it to get involved, just to sort of clean out the bugs. But this is getting very, very close now. And so you've got different.
Go back and do that. Yeah,
you got the different.
I'd stop beta. Sorry, Dubs, go ahead.
They've got different pirate factions in through here. I don't know if I can sort of show these images, but we'll add a few key differences. So we've got like basic pirates, smugglers, raiders, and mercenaries. So similar to what was in
like the old one.
Yeah, like the old game, which is pretty cool. But there's a lot of stuff coming in. It looks amazing. I can't wait for this to actually come in. So I'm sort of holding off.
The new features quick. Can you summarise the new features quickly, do you think? What's some of the new stuff coming?
There is a lot of stuff coming in. It's sort of, and to be honest, I've listened to it, and I can't remember all of the details in here because it does change a lot of how you then play the game, even without the pirates in there. Like it actually does change. Like it allows you to then use them as mercenaries against other groups, etc., etc. Like there's, I wish I could show these graphics actually.
I really, really liked the way the pirates were implemented in Distant Worlds universe. I thought it was fantastic, and the pirate mode where you played as a pirate and had to build your civilization up. That was so cool.
That's all coming.
Really, really cool, clever idea.
That's all coming, but on steroids. It's even better again. Yeah, so you got the contracts, shadow ports, and the shadow nets. So contracts are posted by shadow ports, independent planets, empires, and even pirates. So you can actually now do the mercenary stuff yourself. So I think you can actually, even if you're an empire, I think you can actually privateer a little bit. So there's
I need to get back into this game. I just can't. Every time I play it, I just can't quite get into it. But I do love the game. I think it's brilliant. It's one of the best 4X games out.
Yeah, who got junkyard starports in the original Distant Worlds 2. We had distributed some pirate bases around the galaxy that were passive, and that they did not build ships. Now that they're basically going to be building, they've been junkyards, winning as a pirate, so you can play as a pirate. It looks amazing.
Awesome.
So I'm not sure when it's due to come. October. Yeah, so not far away.
Soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to actually test this a little bit before it gets out as well, just to play it. And I just haven't got around to it. But I don't want to start a new stream of it until this does come out. But I can't wait to play this again. One of my favourite games of all time.
Looks like one of the testers is in the chat, Castanar, saying, "Yeah, I just jumped back to help out again. Took several months away from it. I've not played it for ages. When I joined Stardock, I felt it was probably inappropriate for me to be beta testing in a closed group for another company. Although actually, Stardock are really cool about that. They quite like Slytherin, I think, and so I'm allowed to do stuff for Slytherin as well if I like, which is really cool, man.
That's good. Yeah, no, I love Slytherin.
Yeah,
they've been great.
I do as well. Great guys. Yeah, great guys.
So
they just release so many good games as well, Slytherin.
They do, yeah, and they've really accelerated too in recent years. They're really diversifying their games. Like it's they've got such good games.
They don't seem to be struggling like so many other developers and publishers now. Like Slytherin seem to be growing. Where everyone else is dying. The games industry is we're in the post-apocalyptic phase of the games industry right now. You're in the Armageddon times, I tell you. And yet, so there's certain companies. I mean, Stardock's one, I guess. The Slytherin's another. It seems to be doing really well.
Yeah.
I guess I just seem to be putting out good games. Hooded Horse, Paradox, saying Castanar. Yeah, I agree. These companies just seem to be doing all right.
They do well, and you put Microprose in there now too.
Yeah, Microprose too.
Yeah. There's a few other ones as well which I've really enjoyed their games. Fae Fawn. I quite like their games. You're not going to like Battle Mode. I can tell you that right from the start here. I think it's Fae Fawn.
Let's see anything like that. Yeah, I haven't got the
No,
adult
that's
stuff
not
on,
it.
so if it's an adult game company,
No, that's
won't
not,
be able
not
to
the
see
one. They got some. What's it called? Gam. I'll find out which one it is.
FAE is it?
No, I may have the name wrong. Gam Bonanza. Yeah, they do this one here, and they've got a few games like this, which is
Oh, okay.
Stray Fawn, not Fey Fawn. Stray
Oh,
Fawn.
Stray Fawn.
Yeah, they've got like a range of little, very quick and easy games to play. But if they're fun, they're fun to play. They're really, really deep strategically. Some of these I haven't tried, like Wandering Village has been around for a while. They've got a massive number of games, but they've like Flotsam was a great game back in the day. River Towns, these are quite relaxing games to play. A lot of these. So they've just got a nice little. They're growing in a nice library of games, and Gam Bonanza is amazing if you play chess in any sort of sense. This is by far the best roguelike chess game that I've played, or procedurally generated chess puzzle game. It's unbelievable actually what they've been able to do with that one. It's so immersive if you do like chess, and even Dungeon Crawler.
I like chess.
Yep.
Dungeon Crawler.
Yeah, that's fun. This is a fun game. Like it's actually really, really cool. So Airborne Empire. I did cover that one when it first came out as well. But Gam Bonanza is one that I do play just personally. Like I have that on my tablet, and that's another one of those games, a bit like Brigandine. You know, like it's a game that I enjoy whichever way. They're nice, quick little games to play on that one there, and it is sort of like a roguelike chess game with puzzle aspects. So it's not a full blown chessboard. It's
no.
It's just little
chess rules for gameplay. Yeah.
Well, it's sort of, and it changes the chess rules up. You've got like different parameters that then sort of change the chess. Like so, you end up with like different things that can then be applied to your chess pieces. You're not constrained to just one queen or whatever it might be. Whatever you randomly pick up, you can then sort of set them up, and it's done really, really well. Like it's just these are like the level ups for your different pieces. Again, they're just sort of random when they come through. But it's even the board changes as well. It's a really nicely done game. It's so they've got a fair few good games there for Stray Fawn. So I don't know who Fey Fawn is.
Yeah, nice.
So I think we're nearly at the end. I'll just quickly go back to this one again and have a look at seeing in the library. Go back to the back end of this one. Quasimorph again, we've spoken about. Xenonauts 2, they're just keeping on releasing.
Xenonauts.
Yeah, have you played that?
Have you played it much? Yes, of course. But I've not played it since release. So I've not had a chance to play it really yet. But my only problem with Xenonauts is, and it's the kind of problem that I get with, remakes kind of games, is I just think, why don't I just play the original? Like I really, really love Open XCOM.
Let me answer that for you.
Okay, go on.
Xenonauts 2 is heaps better than Xenonauts 1. Like in terms of for the same reason that I don't like roguelikes, like the standard roguelikes where you've got like things that just don't make sense. Xenonauts 1 was full of things that just didn't make sense. Like they had a structure, but it wasn't a clean structure. What they've done with Xenonauts 2 is made the story elements work so much better in with the procedurally generated missions. So you've actually got a much tighter story and a much more believable story, even though it's procedurally generated to a large degree. Also, what they've done is they've added other layers of engagement with the way that you can engage with the aliens, where you've actually got a group of humans that is helping the aliens, and you fight against them as well. So you end up with a lot.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, there's actually a lot more immersion for me than the original Xenonauts. Xenonauts 1, I enjoyed the fighting, but I didn't enjoy the story. And a bit like XCOM, I didn't really enjoy the story of XCOM. Xenonauts 2 is fantastic all the way through. It's just so, that aspect of it is so well done. So
I need to play that one again. Like I say, I have this blocker where I'm just like, I might as well I'll just play Open XCOM because I still love that game. I really like X Pirates. The mod is just like so good. But it's such a long game, like such a long game to play. But Xenonauts 2, what I played of it during the early access, I enjoyed. I just felt that it wasn't quite there yet. So
yeah, it
I
wasn't
guess it's there now, eh?
Well, it wasn't at the start, and then it slowed right down, and then Hooded Horse got involved, and then Hooded Horse basically gave them structure for their development, and gave them a way of then communicating with the audience. They then re-picked up the audience, and then when they released the game, when they released it into early access, and it's now actually hit version 1, but when they did release it, they, instead of following the roadmap religiously, and I love them for this, what they would do is they would go back, and if the community wanted something changed, they would address that before they'd follow the roadmap. So their roadmap ended up being shuffled way, way, way back. Like I don't know, they were probably years out with their roadmap, but they were implementing what the community wanted, and I love that they did that.
This game has been in development forever. This was in development since like 2011, I think. So it was at least when it was. Yeah, they started working on this pretty much as soon as they finished Xenonauts 1. So whenever Xenonauts 1 came out, that's when they started making this. And so I thought this was vaporware. Honestly, I thought it would never come out
because for a time people thought that.
And I'm so glad that they've got it out the door. And I'm looking at the reviews, very positive.
Yeah.
Only just, but very positive. And it looks like it sold maybe something like 200,000 copies, which is a lot of copies. So it's done well.
It is. It's a great game. A great game.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's phenomenal actually what they've done with that. For me, it's the best of the XCOM style games, like the old XCOM style games,
right?
By a mile. Like it's.
I think the combat in it's brilliant. I remember I thought I was really impressed with the tactical combat in Xenonauts. Just thought it was so good.
Yeah, well, really, Xenonauts 2 is similar to Xenonauts 1 in that sense, but just having the actual story all combined in together makes it such a tighter game than Xenonauts 1.
Oh, there's stuff in the tactical combat that's better as well. Like, it's been a while since I've played either of them, but there was stuff like the way that weapons worked wasn't as good in the original Xenonauts. I think they just made the way the weapons handled and fought was better. Does it use a physics system like the original UFO does or not? I don't think it does it?
As in...
no, it's not. I think it's... So you know the original XCOM, or UFO Enemy Unknown, or XCOM UFO Defense if you're in the United States, it's actually got a physics system for how it hits. So when you shoot your gun, it rolls a dice and it scatters. So that's why stuff can miss and hit someone else. You don't get that in Xenonauts. So the combat system's kind of
you can get misses that then hit your own people. Absolutely.
Yeah, but it doesn't have it doesn't use a physics system. I don't think it doesn't scatter. In fact, I'm pretty sure it doesn't because I watched a video.
It's a two.
The original game has got a really
Yeah, no, this has got a 2-hit factor, and if you've got somebody standing in the way, it might be 20% chance of hitting them, and so it then figures out for everything that's in the way, it will then just roll a dice to see, how long it takes to sort of get through them, I guess.
Yes. It's a number wagging system. They put a number wagging system instead of the original UFO's beautiful game system. Anyway,
no, I like what they've done with this. It's good.
No, I like Xenonauts 2 as well. Yeah, I agree, Daz. I agree with you for once. I think it's a very, very good game this one. I need to go back and try it out, actually.
Yeah, that's a great game.
You know what? It's neither of the Xenonauts games I've ever got to anywhere near the end.
No, I'm the same.
I have no idea what I don't know. I have no idea what the late game looks like in Xenonauts, to be honest.
Well,
I really like the early game. The early game's great.
They've got the ships get bigger and bigger and bigger. Your guys, you have to manage your team to for them to skill up as well, like as a team. Then you've got to get more coverage, basically. So, but I haven't gone past about mid game, to be honest. I sort of usually stop around about then. I do actually have another series that I've started, which I haven't actually finished, which I do need to go back and play. People have been asking because everyone sort of has got their named characters, and it's been fun. Actually,
you're a reprobate, Daz. You can't do that to people. This is coming from me, by the way. Who's got so many unfinished Quest Elysium series at this point.
Battle Sector, this has got a roadmap coming out. I've got to say, I did look at this. I'll open this one up. This is actually this roadmap update was from 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you saw this. Do you play Battle Sector at all, Battle Mode?
I don't. I kind of bounced off it. It had really bad AI when it came out, so I just sort of didn't like it. But Richard York has been talking to me about it and saying it's actually really good now.
Yeah, it is really good.
So I should go back to it. I like Sanctus Reach. That was the one that I liked.
Yeah, this is better.
I really
than
like that game.
This is actually now the.
So?
This is actually
a little bit simpler. This one as well.
It was. It's not anymore. This is now becoming very, very immersive. Graphically, it's so much better anyway. But it's also even just the campaign mode that they've brought in. This Crusade campaign mode is. I wish that this wasn't mode 1.0. For me, there's still a lot of work to be done on the campaigns. And but just when I had a look at this one, I was very unimpressed with the actual roadmap. Usually roadmaps should be inspiring. It's mainly talking about stuff that's already happened, like the Black Legion DLC and Ultramarines DLC have both already come out, so they've already been released. So why show that in your roadmap? Crusade Mode 1.0 is also finished, so this is all the stuff that's actually happened. Game updates and refinements. Yeah, so we've got the next steps. When we have a look at it there, we've got, so the Ultramarines did come out in 2026, October. We're getting a free update. Updates don't mean anything. So unless they do something. Yeah, what does it mean? Like, is that a free up? Are they going to be re-looking at the campaign mode, for example? I'd be excited about that, but I'm not excited about just a free update. Like, that means nothing. New narrative DLC. People have been asking for this. I don't really care about that personally either. Like, it's something where people have wanted to get more campaigns in the game that are actually narrative driven. Again, I prefer the procedural ones.
Oh, no. There's £122 worth of DLC.
Yeah, for this one. Yeah, it's becoming the Gladius for Slytherin of the Warhammer franchise.
Okay. So
this is becoming Gladius and Battle Sector now often release the same faction at the same time now.
Okay.
This is largely caught up with Gladius in terms of the number of factions, which is awesome. And they've got some really good factions in this.
I need to play this again, man.
It's very good.
It looks really good now. Yeah.
It's and with the new Crusade mode, that's a nice way to play through the campaign. But it's like you got a little bit of choice with what you do, but not as much as I would like. And the main campaign itself is a dog's breakfast. It's really, really bad. So I do hope that they work on that and fix that.
I don't play campaigns in these games. I like to play the skirmish games.
I like the skirmish, but I do like to have a structure where you've got progression, and they do handle the progression really, really well, because you've actually then got to slowly build up your units, and it's actually the way that they've done it is quite clever. Like, and with the Crusade mode, because there's a defined end to it, and it's not very onerous to get to the end of it. It's sort of structured in such a way that it does end up going through, and you do end up sort of upgrading enough so that by the time you end, you've still had to make some meaningful choices as to which units you're going to buy in, which units you're going to be able to buy their upgrades for. So they've all got different weaponry that you can then load into their kit. It's actually really, really good.
Is the progression system satisfying, would you say? Is it like satisfying to get these new weapons and upgrade? Yeah.
I'll open it up because it is really good. Like, it's that is, and it's just getting better and better and better all the time. Even if you played it in the early days and didn't like the AI, it was because there was only one mode of play, which was elimination. Which is still easy to play. It's still easy to eliminate the AI.
It was brain dead, man. It used to do stupid things like it would keep all its units at the back and then run its hero forwards on its own. Yeah. So you'd just kill its hero. It still
does that.
And then it'd send another single. Yeah.
But
I'm not interested then.
No, but
why would I play that?
It does that a bit. But there's different modes of play now. Like, if you go into first of all, the army management is fantastic. If I go into army management in here, for example, these are the different factions that you've then got. So, and these are all.
It looks lovely, but if the game AI is broken, so badly broken, like I just can't. Because I mostly play single player. I don't really play multiplayer with these. So if the game can't play the game, why would I bother? That's my problem with it. And it was unplayable. It was so bad.
It was unplayable, but it's not anymore. And even though the AI, it's a simple game in the sense of its tactical, abilities as such. You can still cheese your way through to a degree, but the onus is on you as the player to try to keep your force intact because of the progression.
Yeah.
So even though the AI may not be the greatest, if you have a Pyrrhic victory where you actually lose more than you can afford to lose, then you're going to struggle from that point forward. You. Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
So that works out fairly well. But even just with the army management system, like it's actually you've got to make choices when you go and build a group. Like the Ultramarines is the latest of the factions to sort of come into it, and so you end up. Actually, I won't do that one. I'll just go back out. Just go and click on done. If I go into the campaigns, so there's a few story campaigns. Crusade is the new one that they're focusing on, and the way that this one works is that you basically start it. You then can choose how you then sort of go into it with your various level ups. I don't know why they make it so that you can't play the hard. You've got to actually defeat each one of these before you can play the next one.
I hate that so much. I'm going to go on a 20-second rant. I can't stand it when game content is locked like that. Why would you force me to play the easy, boring stuff? Give me the difficult gameplay immediately. It's just a really irritating and kind of disingenuous way to force people to play their games for longer. But unfortunately, I ain't gonna do it. Like I'm surprised as well they've done that, because you've got people like Edmond who work for Slytherin, and Edmond won't play games on the easy modes. Like his thing is playing the game on the hardest mode. So like, get rid of that, please, because that's just.
See, I can't play company captain because I haven't gone through and finished off lieutenant yet.
That's just so lame, man.
Yeah, it's bad.
What are we, 12-year-olds?
But the thing about this one, it is actually pretty cool. Like if I go and sort of start a run in this campaign, these Crusade campaigns are structured in such a way that it's more about the progression. So if I go and play as, for example, the Ultramarines, and just go and I've got the different modes of Crusade as well. Actually, that's something I hadn't noticed before. But you can actually play from short through to long. If I go to launch, I then got to build my team, and I've got to then structure it in a way that's cohesive.
Okay.
So the first one that I'm going to be battling through here, this is an extermination one, which is going to be easy. So this is random. But on the other ones in through here, there's about 5 or 6 different objective types of battle. In this case, the extermination one just means you hunker down and defeat the enemies as they come towards you. But some of the other ones, you've got to rush forward to claim territory. Some you've got to besiege enemy locations. Other ones you've got to take objectives all across the map and keep hold of them. So it becomes quite engaging. And so if I just go into this one through here, cool. So if I go into, like, you've got the HQ upgrade. So for this particular group, I can unlock. I've got 1 requisition point at the start. These cost the one at the top, so I can actually go and grab like a captain, for example. But there's a whole lot of different unlocks in through here. So if you're into Warhammer, there's a mountain of different things, like depending on how you want to build your force up. So it's very much like building a team. If we got the Redempted Dreadnought as an example.
The Apothecarian shall keep our warriors primed for victory.
Just go and unlock that one there. Just go confirm. That now becomes available, and if I just go back and click on done and then go back into army management, this is my starting army, which is nothing, but I now can build in the other different units. So I've got 590 points of 1,000 points to spend. So I've got I've still got 410 points to spend. So I could actually go and say, okay, I'm going to grab this guy. So he then comes into the mix.
So that I may serve.
So, and if I go and click on him, some of these will actually have different things.
It looks beautiful.
It plays
looks amazing. I'll give him that.
This one here, you've got like the las Fusil gun versus a bolt sniper rifle. They all do different things as well.
Yeah.
So if I go and change this one, it doesn't cost me any extra to go with whichever one I want, but they're going to have different reasons for having them in here. So so I've still got 175 left to spend. I personally tend to find these guys are the most useful. So if I go and grab another one of those and just bring them in. So you've got to, these cost you requisition points. So if you lose too many men in your fight, you then can't build up. It's hard to rebuild, and you've got to try to keep them saved all the time. So I don't have enough in through there. But if I go and click on these guys, actually they don't have anything extra. These don't have anything extra yet, but I can go back in. I can just go and click on done. And so that team is pretty much then ready to go in and start this fight against going up against orcs. But you can see they've got Necrons back over there. So depending on what you've got, like you're going to have different fights. It's just really well done. I won't go into the fight, but
that's cool, man. I need to reinstall this and try it again.
Well, the process of having the army management and the HQ upgrades through the progression system of this campaign mode is really, really well done. Like it's I was scathing when they first brought out the first of the campaign modes that were procedural. I still don't like it, but this is really quite good fun because you're actually more managing the upgrades and the management and the army management. And as you go through, like you can see, we've got like 1,000 points. They've only got 700 points, so so you've got an advantage in through here. But it's just really nicely done. Anyway, I won't play that one. I'll just quit back out and get going.
Guys, this is why I like hanging out with Daz, because whenever I talk to Daz or I watch one of his streams, I always come away with a load of stuff I want to play. He's very good at selling games, you know. Like this is something that other publishers need to understand as well. Daz is very, very good at selling games. The right kind of person, but
I don't try to sell games. Actually, there are games I like. Actually, Sorbicol has mentioned the Total War Warhammer 40,000 game, saying just wait until it gets released. That'll be DLC as far as the eye can see. But that's a game I'm really looking forward to. I actually really want to play that.
Do you know what? I do as well. Like I kind of modern Total War games are kind of crap, but Warhammer, Total War Warhammer is a guilty pleasure of mine. Even though I think it's a bit of a crap game, I still quite like it. So I'm quite looking forward to the Lords of the End Times DLC, because I am going to buy that. I think, like it's not a very subtle game at all. It's not a very clever game either, but it's got it's fun. I think Total War Warhammer will be 40k will be the same. It'll be dumb fun.
Yeah,
basically.
I agree with you. But I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Again, it's going to look beautiful with what they end up doing.
Yeah, it'll look great.
It looks great, doesn't it? This is probably other than Distant Worlds, I think this is my most anticipated game, coming up in the near future.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to...
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I just don't trust Creative Assembly not to mess it up. That's the thing. Because I was there. I was so hyped for Total War Warhammer 3. And, because I liked Total War Warhammer 2. I thought that was a really good game. I enjoyed it. Despite that it's not like great like the old games were. But Total War Warhammer 3 fell on its face. It fell on its face so damn hard. And even though I quite liked what I played of it, it was broken and buggy and crap for years. And it's only really in the last year, last year, they've started tying it, pulling it together. They just keep releasing more and more content, but they don't fix the base game. And so this one has got to release strong, because if it doesn't, I'm not going to bother with it. I'm not going to buy it when it comes out. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for a month or two and make sure that they've not messed it up. Because Creative Assembly, if you give them enough rope, they will hang themselves.
Yeah. Actually, Bolon's saying there's a gameplay slice in today's Total War stream. I'm not sure whether we'd find that.
Oh, okay.
But I'm looking forward to this. It is looking good. So the release date is still to be announced, but it's getting close. I think it's still this year, I think.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, there's no news about it.
I think if it is going to be this year, it will be late. That's my guess.
Yep.
I don't think
Christmas
it's there
gifts.
Yeah, I think it'll be a Christmas release, around then if it is. Yeah, I would say November, early December. Any later than that, they won't do it.
Yeah.
They won't release it at Christmas.
I'll just go back to the. Sorry, just move here, just so that.
I like the scope of it though. The scope of it looks great.
It does. Yeah, it looks really good, and the scale of it too. Like the actual scale.
People going, oh, it looks. Sorry, Daz. Go ahead.
Oh, there we go. Actually, we've got a video here, so I'll just go and open this one up. Open URL. So this is a slice. So we can skip forward. Okay, so this is Total War. This only just came out today, I guess. Let's have a bit of a look and see. We won't play it.
Thank you for joining us. Get to introduce yourself.
Okay, we'll just go forward. Where's some gameplay?
Yes, and so this is
that looks good.
A single planet, right? Yeah. But a system.
Oh, we've actually got a map now.
And are we able to? Is this the?
And some targets will have, fairly high evasion.
Thanks, Walden, for grabbing that for us.
Or something like a vehicle has very low evasion, so it's going to be very easy to hit. So even like
Looks
your
great,
orc is probably going to be able to hit a land raider at distance.
Will it do much? We don't know.
We'll see.
So the other thing this has that the Billy World video and stream that we did doesn't have is Fog of War. So how does Line of Sight and Fog of War work here?
Yeah, looks wise. It's looking good.
Basically, the core difference is that we've really kind of...
That looks awesome. That looks bloody awesome.
Yeah, look, they've got the look. It's
Yeah.
just, is the gameplay going to be there? That's what I want to know. I saw a lot of people complaining, saying, "Oh, it looks like it's just Dawn of War." I've been looking at gameplay of Dawn of War 4, and Dawn of War 4 does not look good to me. So I think that's going to fall. That's going to flop, and that's just my prediction. My prediction is it's going to flop. And so there's going to be a lot of pressure on Total War Warhammer 40k to fill the gap there.
Yeah. No, this looks great as well. I like that they don't have the bloom from the Battle Sector's got way too much bloom in that when you look at their units in comparison. The modelling looks just as good, but the actual bloom factor for the Battle Sector just makes it look too. It just doesn't look good, but this looks really good actually for customization.
That looks like a real mini. That looks like a real miniature.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And so this is the overmap. I love this as well. It looks like there's going to be different planets.
There's going to be. You've got a whole star system. You've got a whole galaxy or a whole sector, and you can invade planets, and then it starts a total war game on that. On the planets. It's going to be big.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
looks
very
great.
like if you like the kind of gameplay Daz where it's about the progression systems and stuff. I think you'll like it because it's basically how it plays. It's you pick your Marine chapter or whatever faction, and then you have to guide it through the wars and upgrade yourself, and it does look really interesting.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
But it's creative
actually.
assembly.
Yeah. Okay,
it does look good. I mean, it does look good.
There we go. We've got Lionheart's also got an extended gameplay demo on his channel as well. So yeah, a few people are starting to get access to it now. There we go. We've got Inwolf is going through the list of games that he's seen on my channel that he's enjoyed playing. That's cool. So anyway, that's probably one I'm along with Distant Worlds with the Pirates. That would be my second most anticipated game I think coming up this in the foreseeable future. We're nearly at the end of this actually. I'll just quickly go through. So we've done that one. DF Hack, of course.
Got loads
Fortress.
of comments, by the way.
What's that, sorry?
We've missed so many comments.
I know.
We've missed so many comments.
It's too hard when you're having a conversation to actually deviate off, and I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
I'd read some at the end. That's how I would do this. I'd pick some comments out and try to read through some, the last 20 minutes.
You almost need.
Castanar here saying. Yep, Daz has got me back into Mech HQ again after shelving it for a couple of years. Yes, that's exactly what happened to me. In my time off work recently, I've been playing Mega Mech again. So thanks, Daz, for getting me back into that. You bugger.
No, I've been enjoying that game a lot, like a hell of a lot. But
I really love it.
Well, Dwarf Fortress, back and through here. I'm going to run out of time, I think, before I can actually go and really go back through the comments, guys. I'm sorry. What almost needs to happen is to have somebody that can actually curate the list and just get like a hit list of things. But then that's a hard job as well, like to be able to go through the comments and pick them. I think it's also a lot of the comments are about the games we're looking at, so it makes it hard. I know even when I'm just doing a normal ChatTactic where I do actually look at the comments as much as I possibly can, I'm often a game or so ahead of the actual comments, which by the time I sort of read them out, so it's a hard one, guys. And I think we both feel a bit bad that we haven't really been able to go and delve into it, because I do appreciate being able to actually chat with you guys while we do these sorts of streams. Yeah, we have to think of a better way to do it. Have to think of a way to do it. Anyway.
maybe between, like after you've, between games that you're talking about, you stop and read comments for a couple of minutes and then move on to the next game. But the problem is it's so hard to pace a stream anyway, and I think it's really difficult to pace a live stream with two people, definitely. Yeah.
It's sort of one of those things, because it's, in one sense, like you're dealing with different aspects, I guess, and so it does make it hard.
Yeah.
All right, so Dwarf Fortress, again, there's just more sort of anniversary stuff coming up with them.
Myth and Magic. Daz, just quickly tell us what's going on with Myth and Magic with Dwarf Fortress.
Still a little way off.
Because is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's sort of, it's still not there yet.
Is it a little way off in Dwarf Fortress terms, which means about 10 years?
No. Because
they've been working on that Myth and Magic stuff for years.
It should be weeks. This one's
okay.
So no one said there's a new trailer out on YouTube for Dwarf Fortress today. Clips of magic. Okay, so they're starting to now ramp it up. So I think we're weeks away from it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So so there's more and more information now coming back out about it, which is cool. So that's actually all sort of happening with it. And this is going to add a lot of stuff to the game as well. Of course,
it's just the early stage of the magic system as well. This is like just basic stuff. They've not even put in their main magic system yet. This is like 10% of what they're planning. Yep.
Yeah, no, it looks good. So anyway, but it's still probably a bit too early yet to get too excited about it. But they are ramping that up, I guess. So they are working hard on it. I love what they've done with the game. Like, they just keep on improving it all the time. Like, it's such a good game. And just gotten better and better and better. I'm surprised.
I was upset when they started doing the Steam version, because I was just like, don't care about Steam, just give us more content for the ASCII one. But my missus can play Dwarf Fortress on Steam, and she wouldn't have gone near the ASCII one with a barge pole, and so that is the reason why they did it.
I think the Steam version is incredible.
I do as well.
I much prefer it.
I wouldn't go back to the ASCII one now. No. I wouldn't go back to it. I've got fond memories of playing Dwarf Fortress ASCII, but it might be Stockholm Syndrome.
So Tiger Terrace is saying, what are your picks from Gamescom? I haven't even had a look, to be honest.
I've not watched it yet.
No.
My mate sent me a link to it last night, but I had to have an early night because I had a long day of work, and knowing that I had to do this live stream as well. So I got to start working very early, so I missed it.
And you would have had trouble sleeping, with the excitement of coming on this stream and helping out.
I was, yeah. I did a video today for Stardock, and I submitted it, and I think it's probably okay to say this. So I submitted it, and there was something in it that wasn't quite right, so I didn't get through the approval process. And I was like, damn it, I'm not going to be able to do this live stream with Daz, but I managed to get it fixed up and approved just before we came on. Because I would have had to have cancelled if I had had to have carried on. But
that's okay. I mean,
I had a deadline.
We left it at a fairly loose arrangement, actually, and then it was we sort of aimed for today, and then but we were going to do it. Like, if today didn't work, we're going to do it over the next couple of days at some point.
Well, the gods of Stardock shined on me, and I managed to get it finished, so that was good. But thanks for that, Daz. It's been really good fun to come on and chat to you again.
Yeah, it's been great, actually. It's sort of one of these things when we did actually do our fight, the sort of the blood match or whatever, or the grudge match for Age of Wonders. It was fun, and and we thought, we've got to do more. And then I've been thinking of actually having people on with ChatTactic, and I think
you should.
It makes a big change, and so I want to thank you and also really appreciate that you've actually the first guest, I guess, on this one, and I hope that we can do this one fairly regularly. Because it's
as you like, man. Just let me know. You should get other people on as well. Don't just have me on all the time. People get sick of me. So make sure you switch it up.
I was just going to sort of start to ramp it up a bit that way. I think it's a better format than just doing it on my own. I mean, sometimes I probably just have to do it on my own, but it's something I always enjoy doing it, and I started doing it so I get more connected with the with what the community's thinking as well, like because they give a lot of really good advice. It's one game that I've been trying to get my hands on. Actually, I'll maybe finish this off with just that game. Have you heard of Eugenics?
Yes.
Have you played it?
I've not played it though. No, it's not my kind of thing. I've actually tried. I see why it does appeal to people.
I've tried contacting the devs about it, but they're not responding at all. I've tried a few times actually, but it looks really good. So
it's the same guys who did Binding of Isaac. I don't dislike it. It's not my kind of thing. I don't love the aesthetic. I don't like it. Yeah, it's the guys who did Binding of Isaac and Super Meat Boy. So you can tell it's the same graphic style look.
Yeah, same graphic style.
It's a tactics game.
But it's a
tactics game where you build your. Yeah, it's just I don't like poo jokes.
Oh, okay,
so it's a bit like
I didn't realise that was in it.
A little bit, yeah. It's kind of crude humour.
Oh, okay.
A little bit.
Well, maybe I won't pursue that one as much.
Don't let me put you off because I might be wrong.
Well, I'm not having any luck with reaching the devs at all. Not even slightly. They're not responding at all to anything that I've done. So I've tried a few times.
It's too good to buy video games.
Well, there's so many that come past. I just it's sort of usually like most of the games I get. I do buy some, but very very few. Most of them are the devs actually sort of. In fact, I end up getting too many. I get a lot of, and I feel bad.
I've turned 95% of them down now. I get dozens of them a week, and I just say sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but I ain't got time. And I've done that, because I don't want to mess people up, because there's at least a dozen in the last couple of years where I've said, hey, this looks cool. I'll try and find time to play it, but when my job gets busy, man, it's like crunch busy,
Well, I'm in that category at the moment.
And it's not.
I'm so busy with my real life stuff, like my day job stuff, and also just other things going on. It's just I'm really struggling to find the time to do this.
Even the games you want to play, and like Daz will tell you as well. Like you don't get a chance to watch other YouTubers even. Like me and the missus watch YouTube instead of TV. We don't watch TV, but we watch YouTube instead. So we do watch some stuff, but there's only DasTactic and my mate Mark from the Electric Underground, and a little bit occasionally some Elucid stuff if I'm watching Dominion's content. That's it. That's all I watch. I just don't watch other people. Like for example, Jumbo Pixel, who Daz and I met when we went to this Stardock event, and people like Nucleum and that. I like those guys. They're great. I just don't ever watch their stuff because I just don't have time. I'm sure Daz probably will tell you he feels the same way.
Yeah, I do watch YouTube, but I mainly watch history. I tend not to watch games. So I don't like being swayed, I guess, with my own thought process a little bit as well.
That's what my friend Mark says as well. My mate Mark, who does the Electric Underground, he doesn't watch other people's YouTube channels either, and he says the reason is because he's a critic, and he doesn't want his critique process or his way that he works to be influenced by other people. And I get that.
I'm a bit the same. I think I also I love history, so I just I love watching history, like really in-depth history sort of videos. That's my stock sort of stuff that I do.
Is that because you come from a country?
With
you come from a country that's only got 200 years of history.
60,000 years worth of history. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, you're right. It's,
I'd get slapped. I'd get slapped if an Aborigine heard me say something like that.
Yeah, no, but you are right. Like in terms of European history and stuff like that, Australia is like the youngest one on the block, I guess. We don't have. It was actually so interesting for me to go to Europe. Like just a few months ago, the just how valuable that hundreds and hundreds of years worth of history is, like in the streets, is so rare here. Like you just don't see it, and it's like
the great thing about Europe is you can watch 2,000 years of history be destroyed in real time right now.
Yeah, that's the trouble. That makes me really sad. Like when I was there, I was thinking like World War II and stuff like that as well. Like just the bombings of these cities. You're thinking, God, look all this stuff. It's just so important and so valuable, and it sort of goes.
Well, started with World War One, mate. It was World War One was the beginning of the end. But anyway, that's a conversation for another time, I'm sure.
Well, we're going to have to wrap up. So again, thanks Ben or Battle Mode for coming on and being the first of the guests. I'm sure we'll do this a lot more in the future. It's we didn't actually really get to fight.
We should play some Mega Mech together. Well, let's have a fight on Mega Mech. Play a Mega Mech game with me. That's what I'd like to do with you at some point. Yeah, maybe we do it as a short series, because you can play a 2-player game through in about 3 hours.
Oh, okay. So,
yep.
2-3 can you play cooperatively, or do you have to play? Can you?
Yeah, of course you can. Okay. You can play co-op. Yeah. Yeah. We could control a lance each against the princess bot.
Yeah, we could do that, or we could play against each other, whichever.
Yeah. Or I could jump in on your Mech HQ campaign and control a few of the mechs. You could do that as well. You can set it up however you want.
I didn't know you could do that.
It's really versatile, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really versatile, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when I'll be going back to it, to be honest. Like the actual Mega Mech campaign that I've got running, it'll probably be. I'm going to now give it a bit of a break. I've been just trying to sort of tell people that might be interested about the Humble Bundle books, and so I've been playing it a lot because of that. Because it's just such a good opportunity to at least get a head start in the actual in the books.
It's such a long game, though, isn't it? Playing Mech HQ is a mission. I did it for a few. I started a series, and I think I did about 3 episodes. And people were like, "Oh, you're going to continue with that?" I was really enjoying it, and I was like, "Probably not." I think that it was really buggy as well when I was playing. It seems a lot less buggy now.
Yeah, so it's good. Sort of. Yeah, like I still find a lot of bugs when I do play it, unfortunately. But I'm working my way. To be honest, I'm finding that ChatGPT really helps in terms of being able to finesse your way through the bugs. Actually, I will just point out, I did mention this one. Anyone who is actually interested in the... sorry, I'll just move that one. Actually, I'll get that one out of there. Press escape. I have, and I am going to actually upgrade this. But if you go to, if anyone's interested, if they are playing the Mega Mech, sorry, I'm really bad at doing 2 things at once. If you go to coffee.com/DasTactic, this is where I put all my mods, so all the different things. Go to the shop. I have actually put up a Mega Mech campaign presets. So if you sort of are interested in actually getting into it, what I've done is I've made a series, at the moment, a series of 3. I'm going to change this up because I actually quite like the presets that I've got, and I'm going to change it so the new player preset is ultra green. So I've made like a green version, so it's actually still a little bit easier than a veteran is regular mode. So it goes from ultra green to regular. So I've made 3 different presets where I'm halfway between in terms of the difficulty, in terms of the enemy, but I've actually made it so that it is literally just the new player preset with the harder AI. I've got the harder AI but with planetary combat effects, which I really, really like playing. And then I've got one here with all the logistics turned on, but I'm going to split that into 2 and actually have it so that we've actually got the, if I just go into each one of these, so the each one of them has got like a different sort of preset. This one just gets, we need mass units and salvage crews and stuff like that to be able to get the mechs off the battlefield. So, but I'm going to switch that up and have just the acquisition logistics in one, and then actually add in the mass units in the second one. But I'm thinking of adding a whole other section in as well for having regular. So it makes simpler versions. The thing I don't like about Mega Mech or Mech HQ is the HR. the HR department is. I find that quite annoying. The new player preset doesn't have. It turns off maternity leave. It turns off all those sorts of things.
Yeah.
It turns off aging, aspects. So all the stuff.
Well, you make your mech warrior pilots after they've had a baby get straight back in that battle mech, do you? With a, babe on boob.
Well, it's one of those things where it's not
cruel man you are.
Well, it's so much fun with the just managing them for their own, like when they get injured. Like that's actually really, really cool. But to then have a whole HR department running in behind all that, where you've then got to manage.
Mate, there's a lot of work in it. You can automate a lot of it, but like I like to do it myself. But things like the difficult. What really makes BattleTech, a BattleTech campaign difficult is acquiring replacement parts for your mechs.
Yeah.
That is because the RNG on it's brutal, man.
That's where I've put the logistics in. Like that's the logistics.
Yeah.
But I've then also put in the MASH and salvage crews in that same logistics one, and I think I've got to split that into another level. But I'm thinking of but the HR side of things as well. I'm not interested in the minutiae of actually managing the team. Like it's a big team anyway. What I prefer to do is just manage their injuries and just be done with it. So I think I'll actually do a whole series of these again once I've actually got this one set up, but with the veteran player presets, but with the simpler where you don't have the HR. So all of these different presets again, but with the regular. So it'll be DasTactic's regular enemy preset and then regular planetary combat, blah, blah, blah. So it's sort of... so in that sense, I think I'll end up with... I've got logistics, I'll then add in plus support, something like that as a fourth one. So it's... yes, Cass and I was saying that's one thing I have left to do before I start my campaign, pick up some basic spares I would have on hand, common weapons, armour maybe. Well, actually, there is an automatic setting for armour.
Very, very wise.
And I think having armor just turned on as an automatic upgrade is fine because that's just micromanagement again. So I think I've tried to leave that on.
But it's part of the difficulty. That's part of the difficulty of the game, though, because the thing in the lore of BattleTech is that the mechs are rare. They're like ancient heirlooms, and so that's one of the wonderful lore excuses for people using weird mechs that aren't optimal. That's what I love about BattleTech. It's like that, you might get a mech like a Charger, which is like a assault mech with 6 small lasers. And so, but the fact that you as a nobleman got left this heirloom mech, even though it's a crap mech, it's still an honor. And so it gives you the excuses to use some of these weird and wonderful mechs that you can play it as a min-max optimization puzzle game if you want, but that's really not the best way to get the most out of BattleTech. You really want to lean into the role-playing on it as well, because then things like, armor seems like a no-brainer and just micromanagement, but if you're playing a campaign game where it feels a little bit easy, if you start actually managing those logistics yourself, things like repairs,
if you're managing the actuators, the arms, the legs, and stuff like that, you're waiting for weeks for them to come. I'm waiting. Like when they did a repair on a Locust that I was in the campaign I'm playing. They installed the leg wrong, destroyed the only leg that we had that was a spare, and I think it's taking 40 days or something for a new one to come, which means that the whole campaign
and they might break
over.
It again.
Yeah, and so I ordered 3.
Because the thing is, right, exactly. Because part of the lore in BattleTech is that stuff's rare, right? So if you get a rare mech, it might be a really good mech. Like you might get some crazy rare mech, but because it's so, the parts were never made, or they were, the factories might have got shut down after the first batch of those mechs were made. So that it's really rare, and that's all modeled in the game. So there are certain mechs where they made tons of them, but they were kind of crap. Do you know what I mean? So they had the production run of let me think of something that's kind of, what's that jumping one? There's a small mech that is it's got a jump jet. It's really, really strong, but they didn't make that many of them, so it's kind of rare. And I want to say it's, anyway, the name evades me, but there were some that were only taken by certain certain inner space spheres factions as well. So for example, the dragon that I saw you using, that's a Draconis Combine thing. and so is the Kintaro that you were also using, I think. So there are some that, you know, that very much were used only by certain factions, and they're very rarely found in others. So I love the BattleTech lore. It's so cool, and it just makes the whole game so engaging, man.
Yeah. Actually, I haven't got into it in that sort of depth, but you're getting me excited about looking into that. I mean, that's again
Read those books. Read the books.
Yeah, well, let's have a quick look at that. While you're saying this, I'll just go and open up.
Go to. I think I told you while you were playing on Megamech, but there's a website called Sana.net.
Yeah, but you can do it in these books as well.
Read the books are going to be the best place, but the wiki is really useful because it will, you know, you can just look up any name of any of the mechs.
Which one was it?
And just, you know, it will tell you everything you want. Which one was I talking about?
The dragon, wasn't it?
Oh, the dragon, yeah.
It's not there.
So I'm not sure if the dragon will be in the bait. Yeah, if you go to Sana, we'll go to sana.org, I think it is, or sana.net. Yeah, sana.net, and just type that in, and then just type in dragon in the search, and it will give you all the different dragon models. Sana.net, SAN. Yeah, that's it. The BattleTech wiki, and then in the search bar on the left, look, just click on, just type in dragon, or the DRG1N as it will be, and then it will tell you everything you need to know about it, and it will tell you like if it's a rare mech, if it's got, you know, if these parts are expensive. It's just a really good wiki. It's really well maintained, and it just tells you everything you need to know about the thing. So if you're playing the tabletop game, it's really cool. It's just whenever a mech comes up for sale in Mech HQ, I always come on here and look to see what it's like.
Oh, okay. Yep. No, it's a good site, actually.
Sure
you put me on that one yesterday.
Make sure you're playing with quirks on. That's really important. Just scroll down on the dragon to where it says it's quirks at the bottom. The dragon has got a quirk that's really important called low profile. Or narrow low profile. There you go, design quirks. Make sure you're playing with the quirks turned on in Megamech. But narrow low profile is great because if they get a hit where they, you know, say they got to get a 10 to hit and they roll a 10, or they need a 9 to hit and they roll a 9, you'll only take half damage. So it's just little things like that if you don't play with those rules, those mechs seem like they're crap, but some of them are really, really powerful.
So a quick look at
like the Cyclops is another one. It's got a combat computer on.
Yeah, and some of them have got extra
extra
sensors and stuff like that as well, which also have a big bearing. If I just go and load the game I'm in, because that way at least I wish that this would remember to sort by modified.
Is this your Mech HQ game?
This is where I left it yesterday, up to this point here, but I just thought we could actually have a look at it, because I'm pretty sure the quirks are on. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Make sure they are, because I think the quirks are from I think they're from the RPG book actually. I forget which one now, but they really, really. The quirks are excellent because they just give the game a little bit more depth and flavor.
There it is. Narrow low profile.
Now they are, narrow low profile. So if you get a glancing blow, you'll take less damage. That's why the dragon is I like that mech a lot. I use it quite a lot. It's a bit weird because it's got a laser. One of its medium lasers is pointing backwards.
Yeah. I don't like that.
And it's got an auto cannon.
You can go in and change that
useful
in the game. So some people are asking, where do you get this game from? This is a free game that is based on BattleTech. BattleTech is BattleTech is a tabletop system. There was a BattleTech game that came out some years ago from Paradox actually, but if I just go back out and quit,
it's no way as good as this. It doesn't even come close.
And it's sort of this. I'm going to be doing a tutorial over the coming days actually about how to start a game in Megamech, because it's incredible. Like for a free game, it's amazing. It's just that right now, okay, if we just go back into here again, I'll just go back to the bottom and pick up. If you go to megamech.org, megamech.org.
You need to. The tricky thing with Megamech initially is you need to have the right version of Java installed. So make sure you uninstall every version of Java and every version of the JDK or the development kits.
Well, if you just follow those instructions,
get it all off your computer.
They step you through that perfectly. Like if you just follow those religiously, you've got no problems. So
You'll be fine. Yeah, absolutely. But it used to be a nightmare.
All you need is this version here, and you then get everything you need as a basic thing, and there's a few extras. But to megamech.org, download that. It's an open source game, been in development for 25 years, I guess, for a long period of time. And so it's open source, but it is based on the BattleTech universe and very, very religiously based on it. So, and they do actually have the bottom, actually, where is it? When you get in the game, if I just open up the Mech HQ, which is the campaign, this is the game master mode. So when you download that first link, this is what you get. If I go into new campaign.
By the way, just so people know, you don't have to play with Mech HQ. You can play just Megamech and set up battles and have the best fun. You don't need to play the campaign because the campaign, I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't. The campaign's very complex and it takes a lot of setting up. But if you just want to start playing immediately, I would advise you just play Megamech. Pick 4 mechs on each side, a lance each, and just put it on a basic map and just go and play it. And if you like that, then go and do the campaign, because the campaign is, it's deep.
It's phenomenal.
It's deeper than any of the other games that we play.
And it's really, really completely procedural in terms of where, like the universe isn't, but everything else is. It's amazing. This just to finish off with this one again, just going through those books again, and they're on Humble Bundle for less than a day now. So we're at the very, very last day on Humble Bundle, but these are the recommended books because the game is made around the rule sets that are actually in these books. The Battle Mech Manual, which is part of the Humble Bundle group, Total Warfare, part of the Humble Bundle package, and A Time of War, part of the Humble Bundle package in there. The only one that's not is Campaign Operations, which I did buy, and I love that book as well. But these are the recommended books, 3 of which you can pick up from the Humble Bundle deal at the moment. So definitely worth having a bit of a look at those. So plus you get a whole heap of other books as well. But that's essentially when you're setting up the game there. But yeah, completely free, amazing game. So it's.
Did you know also the other thing that you can use that game for is if you've got the tabletop, like I've got a box set, the tabletop game, you can set up the tabletop game and then set Megamech up so that it uses the same maps and the units that you're using, and then you can use it to play against the AI opponent, except you can move, you'll be copying the moves from the Megamech onto your tabletop. So if you really want to play the miniature game, you can play the miniature game against yourself with rolling all the dice and stuff. That's what it was originally designed for, and it's just expanded out from there. So you can use it to create all your own mechs as well. It's got Mech Lab is built into it. It's just a massive piece of software.
Yeah, actually, Cass and I was saying a nice thing is a lot of the campaign ops rules are baked into the Mech HQ. So you don't have to calculate salaries, admin needs, etc. But you still can if you want to. You can turn everything on or off. Like this is why I've made those presets, because trying to find the exact button to click to change something is quite onerous. To try to personalize exactly what you want. Anyway, Battle Mode, we're going to have to wrap up. I do have to get going. So again, thank you for being part of this, and it was great fun having you on. Thoroughly enjoyed it as usual, except for the last time.
It's always fun talking over you, man. I appreciate it, mate.
I hope that
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, man.
No, it was really good, and this time at least I didn't have the auto ducking, the audio ducking. So at least because last time it did sound like I was suppressing what you were saying, but it was automated.
Oh no. There was a few complaints on my side for that, but I didn't. I thought it was a good idea. You need somewhere shutting me up. I think that's the best way that anyone's come up with so far.
I think we had a good discussion today. I don't feel that either one of us really, dominated as such. So that was good. If anything, I think I probably spoke more than you did. But
it's your show.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to call it quits now, so we'll see you guys later. Check out Battle Mode's channels, like the YouTube channel. Just do a search for Battle Mode on YouTube. You'll find his stuff there. Does a lot of strategy games, of course. And anything else you wanted to sort of do just to promote what you're doing?
Not really. I haven't done much recently. I am working on a big video that's talking about roguelike games and roguelike games design. So if you really want to know what the number one thing is about, that will explain it much better than my crappy attempts. When I
never want to hear number one ever again.
There's more to it than that, though. It's people. That if you think people are upset about Age of Wonders, wait until I start on Tales of Magi Island Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, because that's going to trigger people.
Anyway, great to have you on, Ben.
Guys. Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Daz. See ya.
Hang on.